Once again, this meeting is accessible to the public via streaming. We thank Aaron Hall for his assistance with this. If people watching have comments or questions, please email the Child and Elections Director, Pandora Pascal. We are meeting today to complete processing the first batch of mail-in absentee ballots. Under direction of the State Board, we have matched every returned absentee ballot envelope to the list of returned ballots. However, on Wednesday, we discovered that the tabulator counts showed that one additional ballot had been voted. Today, we will match the voted ballots with the list of returned ballots in order to find that one ballot that was voted but is not on the list. We expect further research will then make clear how that ballot came to be voted. Board of Elections members and electors to match the ballots to the master list. And then any questions from anybody here about what we're doing? Okay, Steve, do you want to explain?
Yeah, so I'll split up into teams of two. So Lori and Pete, Amy, Frank, and me, and Donald will be over here.
Okay.
Before we start this, because these machines take a long time, we're going to go ahead and open these machines up and let them start up.
Why do we need them?
To get final numbers on them, just to verify what we have on the list. We're not doing anything to them. We're just going to open them up and make sure that
We
the
still
numbers
do have
match.
some military ballots.
We do need to at the end on that one. We'll do that after everything's done.
Could I get approval from the board that if this process is not completed by the time that Amy has to leave?
Which is 12.
Oh, which is 12.
Which is 12, I
Okay.
think we'll rearrange.
Fantastic, thank you. Thank you, okay.
Yeah.
How many ballots do we have to go through?
All of them.
So how long do we project that's going to take?
No, you're not
We've
doing
already
the
done
first
the
batch.
first
The
batch.
first batch will have to be
We
done.
did that the other day.
So it's $3,000.
This thing's right here.
It's approximately 3,000 ballots.
So what if we run into that ballot on ballot number 10? And I mean, like, say in 10 minutes we find an extra ballot. We still have to go through all
You
3,000?
probably won't find it until you get it done. Unless you can't find it on there.
We're going it through each and every one of those ballots on that list to make sure.
That's because ballots could be out of order.
There's 3,000 ballots.
Yeah.
How
And
long-
we've got them in numerical sequence already.
So you're, so
Yes.
Oh,
So they gotta go through
They
1,000.
are in numerical
They have to
sequence.
go through 1,000. These guys have to go through
yeah.
1,000.
It'll,
This is 705 in here. It's got the number on the top of the box. How many's in there?
801.
801.
And it's 1,700 an hour, 1,742,
wow.
I think.
Yeah.
Okay, so if we do 100 an hour, it's 8 hours of work.
Oh, no, it'll be faster.
If we do 200 an hour, it's 4 hours.
It'll be
of work.
faster than that. They're numerical order, so
It's gonna be fast. And he got red pens for everybody, I think.
they're right here.
We did seal the ballot boxes.
But if anybody does find a discrepancy, you know, raise your hand or something, let us know that we're looking at it.
Yeah,
We can write it down.
Yeah.
we put it off to the side.
Yes.
Always.
For one ballot.
Yeah, I heard the full ballot after.
I got them before ballots.
We got them in,
Thinking, man, they all work.
Yes.
That, after y'all, after you check that off your list, put it to the side.
What's this for? Is this a road strip or something?
No, it's
right here,
basically,
switch box there.
it's
For your-
like sticky
Oh,
sticky
it's,
hands.
so it makes my hands want to read or,
So you can actually do through the ballot.
and money will stick to my hand.
I'm gonna stick
No,
it
no,
here.
Okay.
Your list should start around 2,000 and go all the way.
I checked it.
Okay.
So why don't you sit down there and do it
So-
there?
So this
Now that the
Once you check that off the list, please put it to the side. I'll explain to the board why we're doing that.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit the ballot boxes down so people
They're the
can
most.
see.
We got the most.
You got the most.
We got the, we do the low
I'll take
end
these
of
down so people can see what.
And I'm totally comfortable with you just reading,
the. No.
once we establish.
Read, I checked it off
In
for.
case anybody's wondering why these machines are running, we're mailing out more absentee ballots and it's printing ballots, so.
I need to run all the rules.
Just an FYI
So
on these two
you do an
machines.
hour, then you do an hour.
Yeah, that's fine. That's it.
Or until
Okay.
my, okay, we're starting at 6,000, I become demented or something bad happens.
Oh, God. Hopefully that won't be. Okay, so this is the number we should have.
Now, we're talking ballots, this column right there.
Right.
Because we were doing CIPs the other day.
No,
We're over here on
4,000.
This is envelope.
A lot of ballots.
that's the envelope,
We
43.
Let's start with the low end.
Wait a second, no,
I'm going back to the office.
Pandora, we're still looking at the CID. It's still, so the CID, so it should attach the,
Oh, there it is.
yeah.
You started, Joe, you start wherever, yeah.
I knew that the whole time.
Okay, so we're gonna start
I'll call
at
it.
2,000. Yeah, so check out 2,000.
These are Pittsburgh, so you give them to Terry, yeah.
Give them to Terry.
2001.
And that's not all of them, we'll bring some more of them.
Okay.
Thank you.
So, there is some balance, right?
They're doing it
They
right
got
now.
it.
They got everything they
You
need.
want me to come back and get the balance?
No, they've already got other ballots. This is-
This is Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but it's not all of them, yeah.
All right.
2008, 2005,
Yes.
2021, 2031,
Yes.
2033,
Yes. Perfect.
2034,
Yes.
2035,
Yes.
2038,
Yes.
2039, 2050,
Yes.
2050, 2056,
These are Pittsburgh, some more, and then these are more.
Who gets them? You put them.
Yeah, no, no.
22,
They'll know.
They've got labels that go with them.
Okay, so is anybody else?
Kathy will be coming at 9 o'clock, and I don't know if anybody else is coming at
All
1.
right.
Marcia, and, Sarah, yeah, yeah.
2251,
Okay, 3,800.
2252.
Yes, slow down.
200.
I'm awake. Okay.
Okay,
I'm ready.
05.
Yeah, okay.
2250,
Yes.
2260.
Yes.
Okay, so 9, 20,
Yes.
26, 28, 32, 34, 41, 48,
Yes.
56, 58, 61, 69,
You're right. I said seven, but it's
76, 80, 82,
All right, we are in the
So wait,
drainage
we have
right
to
now.
86,
Is this a go good?
88,
All right,
89,
2303.
Yes.
Call out to everybody. We've now found two places where we're missing a ballot. I mean, where we've got it on our list here, but we don't have the ballot. So some of the ballots may be in the wrong piles. but
Right,
just
yes,
Really watch carefully.
yes,
Okay, that's
yes.
fine.
Okay.
Okay,
94,
All right, we just did 2307.
okay. So
99.
that's 2308,
Yes.
Yeah.
2313,
Nothing missing,
2315,
78,
2316,
79,
2319, 2320,
4,300,
2323,
93,
2324,
94,
2328,
08,
29,
yes,
09,
2330,
10,
2331,
12,
2333,
18,
so we had two and four that weren't in the
Right.
back.
So you want me to put it here?
Yeah.
36,
2343,
38,
Here.
2345,
42,
Well,
2349,
that's in one of these other stacks.
2350.
Yes, go
Like
ahead.
this one was.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, 2351,
Yes.
2353,
Yeah.
58,
2354,
Yes.
2367,
Yes.
65,
2358,
Yes.
Okay, 63
Yes.
hundred.
2363,
Yes.
2364.
Uh,
No,
6.
2365.
Got it. Okay.
11.
And no 64.
No 64.
Okay.
2366.
Yeah.
2374.
Yes.
2375.
Yes.
2377.
Yeah, that's one.
2378.
Yep. All right.
2383.
Yes.
2384.
Yes.
2385.
Yes.
2386.
Yes.
2396.
Yeah.
97, 98, 99.
That'd be ugly.
46.
Okay, these are
4,400.
I might die. I might be dead before we get to 15.
Yeah, we'll be fine.
But that's okay.
You read it with the right now, is what I'm saying.
89,
election
I
cycle.
want to say 15.
We will look at we will, when we audit.
All right, we're on 2,400 is what I have.
2,400, and we are at CIB 2,400.
Scott, yes.
2403.
Yes.
2404.
Yes.
2408.
Yes.
2409.
Yes.
2410.
Yes.
2411. 24.
Yeah, 42,
Yes.
yeah.
2413.
Yes.
43,
2414.
Yes.
45,
15.
Yes.
2418.
Yes.
49,
2419.
Yes.
2426.
Yes.
2422.
Yes.
64,
2427.
Yes.
2428.
Yes.
2429.
Yes.
2432. 2432.
Yes.
2433.
Yes, slow down.
83,
30. No, no, no.
Okay, I have 33.
Okay.
92,
6,400.
97,
Got it.
58,
2435.
Yes.
2438.
Yes.
2440.
Yes.
for urban money.
2441.
Yes.
2442.
Yes.
You want to switch off or you
Yeah,
got
I'm fine.
fast one? I'm good. You let me know whenever you're ready.
2445.
Yes.
2446.
45,
You know more balance or we're done with it?
2457.
Yes.
2455.
Yes.
2456.
Yes.
2459.
Yes.
2460.
Yes.
2470.
Yes.
2473.
Yes.
2475.
Yes.
2476.
Yes.
2488.
Yes.
that's me.
Yeah, that's it. All that's big one.
Okay, 45, 87,
Okay.
66, 07, 14, 17, 18, 22, 25, 27, 28, 29, 30,
There's 40 numbers per page. 40, so we did 2 pages of close to 100. We've done, one page, 2 page, 3 page, 4 page, about 5 pages.
Yes, we can almost 200.
56,
This is the one we need to pull in.
59,
Right, I've got 80, 24, 89.
62,
That's me, the last one for the 100. So we're saying 2501,
Got it?
73,
Yes, 2501, yes.
2504,
Yes.
75,
2507,
Yes.
2506,
Yes.
2509,
Yes.
2510,
Yes.
81,
2512,
82,
2513,
Yes.
2514,
Yes.
2519,
Yes.
2522, 2525, 2526,
Yes.
2526,
Yes, manufacturing plan.
2529, 2530,
Yes.
2531.
63.
Wait, 59?
Okay.
Okay, we should be-
2531 is line
Yep.
one.
Got it.
83, 84,
2536,
9,
2533,
10, 13,
64.
2534,
Oh, I don't have a 64.
17,
2537,
Yes.
But it could,
2543,
Yes.
Okay.
2544.
We found one that isn't on the list.
Yay.
we found one not on the list.
Just put it to the side.
decide.
It's golden.
That one is
Stick around.
the list.
Yes.
The last one should be 21,
Okay,
22,
25 or 44.
Okay, 4551,
Yes.
2553,
Yes.
2555,
65. Yeah. 66.
I've got 25, 53, 25, 54. Is there another one? I've got 25, 51, 25, 53, 25.
Oh, yeah.
82.
Okay, so I got 25, okay, hold on.
Yeah, the sequence was, we started 25, 34. Top of the page. 25, 34. Something was on the
33 or 34?
I had 33, but go 34.
Okay, 25, 34.
Right.
Go slow here, go ahead.
25, 67.
Yes,
25, 43.
yes,
93.
25,
yes.
394.
25,
Got it.
Now, these two were however more expensive. So I'm going to go back and forth. 25, 53.
Yes,
Everybody
Yep.
know?
25, 54.
yes, okay. 2554 is the last one I have.
Okay, so 25, 55.
Yeah.
It's not on the list, it's not down the line.
Just stop you for a second. 25,
I'm very happy with the community, just the 2 digits, but when you're looking at the numbers, you're
47.
it's also, yeah.
Oh, 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
25, 65. 25, 71.
8,
25, 73.
9,
25, 73. 25, 79.
Yes,
21,
25, 83. 25, 90. 25, 91.
32.
25, 93.
33.
I've got a sequence. Okay, I've got 2593. Go ahead.
Okay, wait a second.
I don't have 2592 anymore.
58.
So we have 25, 91.
Yeah,
25, 96.
yeah.
25,
Yeah, I got 2590, 2591, and then no 2592, and then we have 2596.
75.
Okay.
I don't have a 2592.
65, I got the last one
Here's what
was
we're gonna
65.
do.
I'm gonna circle.
Last one was
Circle, we're
65.
gonna finish this up. We're
47,
going on
75.
I got 73.
25, 92.
Oh,
I was on both sides.
This is the one that they filled out, that was in the check off.
74.
Check off.
76.
So it's 25, 92.
It is. I'm gonna go on through
86,
it.
right?
Yeah, go ahead and put a line through it, but,
86.
I have it circled here.
93,
yeah, okay.
89.
Go ahead and keep it circled because he wanted us to check it off and then put it to the side.
Why do we have it to the side?
95.
Because there's something,
I'll just put to the side.
97, right?
The side.
and we're gonna
There's
put it,
something unusual about it.
yes, we're gonna put it right back over there because it's now been checked off.
Okay.
Okay, so 25, 91,
Right on both
25,
sides.
92,
They're not supposed to, but.
25, 93.
Yes.
Okay.
25, 94.
Okay.
4800.
Okay.
02.
All right.
All right.
04.
Uh-huh.
13. 17.
Mhm.
18. 24.
All right.
24, we've done around 240 so far, maybe 300.
28.
This will be an extra one. 26,
30.
Got it? Yeah.
Okay.
32.
Okay, what about 96?
Yes.
3.
that was the last one, actually, yes.
65.
No, 96, 98.
56.
Oh, okay.
16.
Okay,
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
60.
Okay, there is no 99 there.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's good.
yes.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, sorry about that.
No, that's-
75.
31.
Now we're at 75.
Yes, so now, I have 32.
46.
26, 38.
700,
93. 95.
26, 39.
48.
7,
98.
48.
98, yeah.
Okay.
11,
26,
Yes.
12,
26, 26, 51. 26,
That was the one, yeah.
26, 55.
Yes.
26, 57.
Yes.
26, 55.
Don't have a 24.
Oh, no, no,
We
no,
already
no, no.
did. We
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
31.
7, 26, 53.
32,
I misread.
44.
Okay.
Wait, wait, wait.
Oh,
36.
that's-
So 55 should be too early.
36,
Yes, let's make sure.
44,
26, 55.
49,
55.
Yes.
Yeah.
26, 57, 26, 58.
Okay.
Unless it doesn't smoke and explode,
26,
okay.
59.
Right here.
4900s, okay.
3500.
26,
39. 10.
26,
13.
26, 77.
yeah,
26, 77.
All right, I'm gonna suggest, let me do a few stacks, just roll, so I can cross train, so I can do,
Yes.
so I know how to do, I have to do the stuff,
Yes. Okay. All right.
So,
Yes.
Seventy-eight.
Is that over?
this is, so we're there, and this straight goes right there. Not like this, it goes like that.
There we go. All right.
All right, so we're doing a stack that says, I don't know what the 41 means.
That means that's how many ballots there are.
All right, and I'm reading these numbers.
Yeah, so you don't need to read that.
2706,
Got it.
2707,
Got extras on your hand.
2708,
Got it?
2711,
All right.
Got it.
2712,
Got it?
2713,
Got it?
2714,
Got it?
2716,
Got it?
2717,
Got it?
2719,
Got it?
2721,
Got it?
2726,
Got it?
2728,
Twenty-two.
27, 28,
Got it? And now we'll start with
we got 2728.
I have 2728.
All right, 2730,
Got it?
2733,
Got it?
2735,
Got it?
2738,
Got it?
2741,
Got it?
2742,
Got it?
2749, 2751, 2752, 2753, 2754, 2757, 2756, 2757, 2758, 2761, 2770,
Yeah.
2774, 2776, 2780, 2781. There's a DUP.
2781 or
2781 is a regular.
Okay, I'm ready.
Put a D by it, yeah. So 2784 is a Duke. Now, I'm gonna tell you what, when you do sideways, pop it like this.
Actually, let's put it to the side over here.
Put the Dukes to the side. Steve?
You wanted the dukes to the side, right?
Yes, dukes to the side.
Okay, we'll put them over there.
5112, 13, 17,
Duke.
27, 28, 29,
Okay, so that was 2784.
Yes.
41,
All right, ready?
Yep.
2788, 2789, 2797, 2798, 2799. The last is the stack. 37, one's been removed. Mark. Yeah, that's really good, because what'll happen is we'll come back to stack.
Whoa, 7 or 17?
Duke removed.
Yeah.
7, 74,
Mhm.
77, 78,
Yes.
Oh, I mean, see, I mean, say this way.
83, 87, 88,
Some dad had
92,
Yes.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, right.
2801, 2802, 2803,
Everybody so far.
2805, 2806, 2807, 2811, 2812, 2814, 2815, 2823,
Okay.
2827, 2828.
Happy
So I
birthday.
have.
No, that was
Yes.
a couple days ago.
Okay.
2829,
Okay, 5200.
2831,
5203,
2839,
4,
2840,
Yes.
2843, 2846, 2855, 2856, 2857,
20,
2861, 2862, 2866, 2868, 2869,
36,
2870,
Mhm.
2871, 2872, 2875, 2878, 2880, 2881, twenty-eight, eighty-three, 28, 86, 28, 87, 28, 89, 28, 90, 28, 91, 28,
76, 84,
28, 93, 28, 94, 28, 98, 28,
87,
99, last one.
90.
67,
So, we didn't remove any from the staff, and that was after motion, and you put a marker.
85, 90, cross
Fine, because there's one crossways, which I don't have. We can, we're just, they're all, this one doesn't have a, rubber band, so.
Here you go.
Oh,
I got a bunch of extra, just one of mine bolts.
aha,
All right, Julie, that's a good thing.
it was a rubber,
You
Oh,
see
I
what she's
fucking-
doing? She's
breaking, yeah.
breaking stuff.
Yeah, no. We look for rubber band. There.
Okay,
Right,
7100.
5300. Okay.
You can't get a Thursday night game, then you're wrong by a touchdown. You could do this.
24,
That,
29,
Exactly.
that's the thing.
28, 29.
You got a mind when I overstretched
See,
them
it can't be, no, it can't be.
like that. Well, that keeps the elasticity out, so.
I read the next number.
Yeah, yeah.
34,
All right.
You ready?
Right,
Ready.
2902,
5310.
2904, 2906, 2907, 2913, 2945, 2915, 2916, 2919, 2922,
53,
46.
oh, excuse me, 37,
29, 20,
37, 38,
21.
correct, 2921 is the next one, 2922, 2931, 2932, 2939, 2940, 2941,
71,
68,
2945, 2946, 2952, 2953, 2954, 2955, 2956, 2959, 2965, 2966, 2967, 2970, 2971, 2972, 2973, 2977, 2981,
Got it.
2990, 2993, 2995, 2996, last one. We're doing good?
Should be at the 5,400 or something.
So,
7200.
this is,
Four,
5, 6, 7,
okay,
okay? 3001, 3002, 3004, 3007, 3012, 3021,
I have 1417.
3029,
30,
3030, 3034, 3035, 3038, 3040.
I got 10, 17.
Okay, 30, 40,
Uh-huh.
So we did 3038,
and then 30, 40.
correct.
And where's- I don't have a 14.
3041, 3042, 3043, 3044, 3047, 3048, 3043, 3051, 3053, 3058, 3061, 3072. Okay, 3063 is a new.
That's 17, 17, 18. You're missing
Yeah, so,
I'm a clear better and make this a good
okay,
thing.
and I,
You got the stack?
Okay.
18, 19, okay, 20.
You got the mark on your wall.
21,
yes.
29, 31, 33, 45,
All right, you ready? 3064, 3066, 3070, 3071, 3077, 3089.
39,
45,
So it goes 3077, do you have that?
47,
I have 30, 77.
3089.
I also have 30, 81, 14.
3089 is the next.
35,
63,
99.
Yeah, I've got 3089.
64,
45,
57,
47,
Yeah.
7.
We got 3089. So that's the one number 3081.
There's a note there, 30,
Yeah.
31, that's, marked, but it wasn't there.
Yeah, so not,
71,
not Friday.
85,
It was marked, but not present.
97, 93,
Yes, yes, yes,
Now it's just that one.
Right now, we don't have any seats.
yes. So the next one I have here is 3089,
Yes, we have that one.
these are the updated dates, right?
Yes.
3092,
Mhm.
3093,
Okay.
3081.
7400,
Sorry, it might be.
Okay, so there's 3081.
7400.
Okay.
So now
We
we
need
have
this
to
to
fix
decide.
that.
We've already taken that.
That's 31.
Okay, so put that back in where it should be in the sequence.
9, 10,
And you know what I'll do? I put a note in here, say 31 discovered.
16,
6500,
See, here's, it goes 37,
6503,
And then it should be 3081.
So there's 36, so 3081 is done, right?
Yeah, 3081 should go right there.
Right there.
And
It's
there's
3882.
23,
35,
You got it?
Yeah, I got it.
28,
And here's 3088.
5,
So they were out of sequence.
32,
That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just write on here.
I'm gonna put discover, out of
Yeah.
sequence.
54,
I'm gonna pass it down
44,
here.
45, 46, 47,
Discover, they're out of sequence.
92, 97.
5500,
I got a 55 on one.
So put them on 500.
Yeah.
29.
So then
That-
that.
yeah, that way we can
See,
get
the last one I have was 3088, you got that?
Yeah, 3088.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Hey, are we good?
Oh,
You
well,
are?
six-
You know what we're doing.
I'll let you do that.
all right,
Zero is one.
I got a 55 on.
Here you go.
Rather than a six.
I didn't know my God.
You're talking about, scientific,
okay, so the last one was 49,
Yes.
55, 49,
Mm-hmm.
51,
I'll just use the 3081 for one.
56, 57, 58,
9,
60, 61,
17,
All right, ready?
3100,
Got it.
3101,
Got it.
3103,
Got it.
3104,
Got it.
3110, 3119,
Got it.
3120,
Got it.
3123,
3123.
3123,
Got it. 3123. We'll just leave it in.
3122 is the next one, they're out of sequence.
Okay.
You get 22?
I've got 22 and I've got 23.
All right, so they're both there.
Yep.
22, 23, they're just reversed.
Yeah.
31, 24 is next.
Okay.
I don't know what it's supposed to do with someone putting in the wrong ballot.
31,
You could
35.
have the wrong ballot, but you just put in the wrong number ballot in there. So what, do you count? I don't understand.
3135. Okay.
So you have 31, 35.
I have 3135.
So you go to 31, 36,
Okay.
31, 37, 31, 38, 31, 39, 31, 42,
Okay.
31, 43, 31, 44, 31, 60.
Got it.
31,
Okay.
66, 31, 71, 31, 73, 31, 72, 31,
Okay.
70.
So I
Those are
wonder,
out of sequence. They're just split.
I wonder if we took the, take the.
73 and then
I don't know
72.
if we should check and see how they,
I don't think so.
Yeah, it went 73, 72. You got them both on?
Okay.
31, 75,
Mhm.
31, 76, 31, 78, 31, 79. 31, 80 is a duplicate.
4,
Okay.
5,
That's what it do. Then pull that one out.
7, 12, 16, 18, 19,
So that was
20,
3180,
31 in. Got it. We're gonna get under.
3182,
Mhm.
3183, 3185, 3189,
Just a minute.
3190,
I just thought maybe.
3195,
Just go back and check.
3199,
I'm not sure. Okay.
just look at that 6,500 since we're just reading the digits.
The rest
and
of,
see
okay,
it.
we're on a roll. We'll get through this, we got through our 800.
Just make sure.
Just
it's
step on that.
Here.
Back up on that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, I'll go right down this one, on here, the other one.
Can't find the link to this thing.
It's 65, 64.
Alright.
Yeah, okay.
5,600, 5,600.
Well, took too many hopes on it.
4,
So,
5, 10,
The
16.
last one I read was
17,
27.
okay.
31,
24,
39,
29,
41,
32,
42,
34,
45,
46,
46,
45,
47,
48,
49,
49,
50, 52, 54, 55, 56, 57, 59,
86.
60,
Got 71,
Yeah, wait,
61,
Okay.
71,
72,
72, 78,
79,
80,
Okay.
83, 84,
88,
86,
89,
87,
95,
89, 95, 96, 98.
Got a CID number that's not on the list.
Uh-oh.
You got another one?
Well, what I'm wondering is if, like a husband and wife,
Right.
if they're putting in the wrong ballots in there, because we weren't checking the CID numbers, we were just checking it when we were opening them up, that you would assume the voter put the right ballot in that.
That could be.
But it could be that they're, if it's a husband and wife, they didn't put the right, they mixed up their,
Oh, you mean there's still a ballot out there?
there's still a ballot in
someplace?
there, but it's just they put the wrong.
All right,
So it might be a start checking.
We might have to start checking the CID numbers when we're opening up the ballots.
that makes sense, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't do that.
Ready?
Ready?
3200, 3201, 3202, 3211,
7,
Yes.
3217, 3218, 3222, 3228, 3229, 3231,
Okay.
3232, 3233, 3234, 3235,
25, 28,
3239, 3240.
35,
Hold on. Flip it.
36,
Okay, ready, 32, 41.
Correct. 3241, 3243, 3244, 3246, 3247, 3249, 3250, 3251, 3257, 3260,
58,
3263,
60,
Mhm.
62,
3265, 3266, 3267, 3270, 3271, 3273, 3274,
76, 79?
oh, shoot,
3276, 3277,
just check.
3285,
83,
Uh-huh.
3286, 3287, 3290.
97, 99.
Got it.
That's not a 6, that's a 0.
Yeah, that's a zero.
3292,
Okay,
next one.
all right.
5800,
Mhm.
03,
Oh,
Mhm.
that's right.
7,
Okay.
15,
Everybody's learning how to do mail-in ballots.
27,
Okay,
33, 3306, 3307, 3308, 3309, 3316, 3318, 3319, 3322, 3331,
16 and then 19.
3332,
19.
3336, 3338, 3341, 3343, 3347,
Hold on. Okay, so I have got 33, 43.
Yeah.
And now 33, 46.
yes,
Okay.
3347, 3349, 3350, 3351, 3352, 3355, 3356,
5900,
3357, 3362, 3363, 3364, 65, 3366, 3367, 3368, 3371, 3372, 3373, 3379, 3382, 3383, 3389, 3390, 3391, 3392,
5917, but it's a big one, so I bet you they-
3397.
I don't have a 5914, I got a 5917.
Here's 17 right here.
My rate is,
So
okay.
I'll put this to the
Yes.
side.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right, we rock
Look
with
to the
the
side.
side.
You don't have
I don't have a 59,
So,
but that also might be a 50, 57, which we've already gone to 57, so
The
yeah.
auctioneer, is that what you said?
oh,
All right, you ready?
5414.
3400,
There it is.
3401,
5414.
3402,
I think it is.
3403,
Let me look.
3404,
Where's
3425.
Okay. Good jump there.
Yeah, 3426, 3435, 3436, 3437, 3439,
Okay, hold on. So 3439 would have been the last one?
yes,
Okay, ready.
3440,
Mm-hmm.
3441, 3442, 3443,
Yep, I got a
3446,
5414 over here.
Okay.
3447,
I'm sure that's what it is.
It's got it.
Yeah, work it off.
3467,
Thanks for that.
Yep.
3468, 3474,
Still missing another one,
3478,
all right? We
3480.
got the extra ones
Hold
on
on.
our list.
So we have
Okay.
3474.
So the last one should have been 5913, 17,
57?
18,
3474, correct?
Yeah.
56 is missing, right? Okay, we have 57.
3474, 3478,
3478.
62, 42,
And then you got 3014
80,
right there.
73,
Okay.
58,
Now, we're missing.
Okay.
That doesn't mean you can do
63,
the bottom.
so
68,
we're on 3480 right now.
Yeah, 3480.
What about 90?
73,
And you got 70,
75,
76 is the one we're missing.
76,
we have 78, you got 78,
We got 78, so we have 74, 78,
81,
80.
you have 74,
88,
78,
We
91,
have 92.
okay, ready?
Ready,
96,
3484,
okay?
3485,
Good.
3486,
We're gonna put that
3487,
Alright.
3491,
Mhm,
3496,
mhm,
3497,
94,
okay.
3499, last
You see a
one.
not yet.
Oh, okay.
wait a minute.
So there's no 34.
Yeah.
What's your next?
Yeah.
6,000.
In the stack.
So Steve, if we're missing.
Well, they may be doing 6,000.
Okay, we check
Darn
out
it.
94.
What now?
If we're missing one,
You
Just
check out
circle it.
94.
just circle
Put
it.
Okay, check
missing
out
though, not the
94.
stack.
Okay, 95,
We're
Alright, yeah,
missing
they're-
about
they got
5 at this point.
Okay.
Just circle them.
90,
Yeah.
95.
8,001.
Okay, so
Now,
we're in
we
the
have our-
thousands now.
We can, like, if we want to go to the stack, we can,
This is the same.
Yeah, just write 3476 missing out of stack.
95, okay.
missing.
You have 95?
8,001.
34,
Okay.
76, not a stack.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's 7956.
4, 6,
79,
7,
56.
8,
Okay, there we go.
10,
Okay.
11,
And you can go back to
I'm gonna
the-
circle it and I'll go.
30,
Okay.
33, 34, 38,
79,
Maybe it's one of their stacks.
4,
Yeah.
45,
Or it's some messed up.
Okay, you found that
50,
one.
63,
Sometimes I get found.
66,
Okay, you ready?
Ah,
93.
3502,
Got it.
3504,
Mhm.
3505,
96.
94,
3512,
We're good on that.
3515, 3516,
Missing 5? You said they're missing 5?
3520,
So we're
35,
listing those
What you said?
2,
3 or 4 there.
Yeah.
3524, 3525, 3526, 3527, 3528,
Mhm.
3530,
Mhm.
We're hard to double check.
Just one.
3532 is a
Okay.
All right,
duplicate.
ready?
One
I
and
think
one
there were-
and
8113.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it was.
14,
Mm-hmm.
Shall we write down the numbers that are missing?
Yeah.
Write it down, yeah.
16,
We'll put it on that sticky note.
21,
Yeah.
28, 29,
Okay, so the first one is
DUP.
60 6269.
So, we better write something on this thing.
30,
Yeah, so
33,
This may be our extra balance.
39, 40,
The next one is
43.
6277.
So see, we got 3530,
46,
And there are.
51,
The next one
3532 was found and it's not on the list.
65, 59.
Right, I've got it found right here, and that it's a
59,
So, right down here, it's not, it wasn't on the list of,
75,
and then we-
hey, we found one that's not on the list.
You did too?
It's not in the
Put it
master.
to
Yeah,
the
just
side,
put it
put
aside.
this
It's a
side if it's not on the
duplication.
list.
none of them was, and just-
all right, it was 77,
Okay.
So, this was different than the
Yeah.
Dukes, because the
Right.
Dukes are on the list.
89,
Alright.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're gonna put this one right here.
91,
Something weird about that.
92,
We have done our job.
93,
Okay,
94,
all
95,
right.
I tell you what,
We
also,
can see if they want to
Don't
give
put
us
any
the
number
back
in.
sheets, if there's at the end.
see, it's an extra. Yeah, there you go.
You got any like to
So
do?
where we're, now I've got 3533.
Got it. So we did that.
Steve, we're done with our list.
Okay,
You
hold
wanna-
on.
You ready?
You want us to
Yeah,
help
let
you
me
out?
get my 9,000s.
No, I am, yes.
You ready?
Yep.
3536.
Let me get the
Okay.
89.
Hold on a second. If y'all don't have anything to do, and Steve, oh, he's got.
He's
Let's
got
take those.
to take this
This
back.
is the
we're gonna keep
9,000,
going.
starts up to
Yes.
9,000.
So
I'll
we
need
did
that,
36.
I'll need that in, but I'll come get it afterwards.
3537,
All right.
3538,
okay,
3539,
8200,
Uh-huh.
3540,
8210,
3541,
Copy this
3542,
original you got here?
3543,
16,
3544, 3545,
41,
Mhm,
32,
mhm.
3546, 3547, 3553,
40,
Okay.
Mhm.
44,
Okay, we're gonna start with
3555, 3559,
Mhm.
3561, 3569,
69,
Okay.
3574,
72,
3575, 3576, 3579,
77 or 79?
3580,
All right,
84,
3583, 3584,
93,
all right.
3587,
11,
3588,
Hold
35.
on.
13, 14,
I'm just still
16,
playing 35,
19,
66.
21,
Oh, so we're.
That's the gentleman too, so his 87.
83, 5,
23,
Yeah, I'm here somewhere.
So this is 84,
84,
87,
okay,
13,
88,
88.
Oh, sorry, go, 17's fine, go ahead.
okay, 83, 13,
Uh-huh,
we got 13,
Uh-huh.
16,
Uh-huh.
Here's 86.
Seven.
So 86 is the
88, so it's obviously from.
So I'm gonna put it in
31,
47,
34, 36,
51,
39,
87,
42,
So now I'm at 3589.
Got it.
62,
3592,
3,
59,
94, that's 3594.
Yes.
3596, 3597,
47,
59,
3598, last one.
Okay.
69.
So we got an extra ballot in the
71,
ones that preceded.
84,
Yeah, this one's fine.
79, 81,
81,
87,
mhm.
83,
All right.
95.
85,
Give me your sixes and nines.
86,
Okay, 3600.
36.
90.
Ready?
I am.
Okay.
3600,
Got it.
3601,
Mhm.
3606, 3612,
Yes.
3613, 3614.
5,
Okay.
9,
Okay.
I had 3614,
Okay, got that one?
3616, 3618, 3625,
33,
3628,
Most
3639,
of them got printed.
3640,
41,
But there are a couple that-
3641, 3642, 3644, 3645, 3649, 3650, 3651, 3657,
48, 51, is there any 49?
3663,
9100.
3365, 3670.
okay, I got 47,
Uh-huh.
48,
Correct. 3674,
I don't have a
3676, 3677, 3680, 3681, 3684, 3698,
56,
Mhm.
3699, last one.
Okay.
59, 69, 72,
Mhm.
13,
32,
85, 86,
34,
87.
36,
I'm missing one.
All right, 36, no, 3700,
Got it.
47,
3702, 3703, 3704,
8,500,
Mm-hmm.
3705, 3706, 3709,
12,
3711, 3723,
Okay.
3724, 27, 3731,
17,
3736, 3737, duplicated.
43,
37, 37,
Yeah.
45,
80,
50, 51, 54, 55,
86,
57,
Okay.
And we're gonna remove it from the stack.
95,
Oh, yeah.
So you got 37, 37.
Yeah, 37.
It
68,
goes in the dupe stack.
79,
37, 46,
84,
Okay.
85,
37, 48, 37, 49, 37, 54, 37, 55, 37, 57, 37, 62, 37, 70, 37, 71, 37, 72, 37, 73, 37, 74,
3,
37, 85.
4,
37, 85.
Correct. They went 36, all right, let's back up. 37, 74, and then 37, 85.
2, 4,
21,
16,
So this is an extra.
27,
Yep.
20,
28,
22, 23,
33,
So it's not on, wait, this one is not on the list.
29,
So this is not on the list, but it's not a deal, but we can put it
34,
on.
40,
Yeah, so we're just gonna put
35, 38,
46,
40,
47,
43,
48,
Now, that is 37, 85, isn't it? Within the method.
60,
Yeah, no, that's 37.
I'm gonna put it crossways on this. This is on the list, this is not on the list. You got it, Mark?
77,
63,
Yeah,
86,
And then,
95.
you're still there,
95,
Okay.
yeah. Hey, all right,
97,
yeah, now I go 37, 88,
Yeah.
37, 91, 37, 92,
80,
37, 99, last one.
Okay.
I wonder if this is
okay,
86,
8,700,
a dupe without
93,
a dupe one. I don't know.
99,
Oh, okay.
8,700,
97.
We're finding some stuff.
8703, 4, 5, 13,
Oh.
21, 22, 24,
Okay.
26, 29,
All right.
1931.
38,
I'm
Okay.
gonna put that one next to that. I'm gonna put
I'm
it
gonna put that here.
I'm gonna put that one next to that.
7,
10,
48, 51,
11,
52,
12,
3,
36,
58, 67,
Yeah.
7,
Yeah.
14,
75,
Good documentation.
21,
Very important.
23,
77,
36,
And this right here, you see that, see, this can't, it can't be like that, it has to be, you
97,
I do, I see.
have to know these things.
Well, we're gonna put build up our own little.
Right,
Okay,
I'm with you.
38.
02, 3802,
Got it.
55,
3803,
Got it?
3806,
Got it?
3812,
okay,
3811,
Okay.
3816,
Mhm.
3817, 3818, 3819,
15,
3820,
19,
3823, 3824, 3825, 3834,
Okay.
3837, 3838, 3839, 3840,
Got it?
54,
3844, 3845,
64,
Hey.
3848, 3850, 3850.
56,
Sorry.
67,
3850. Okay, 30.
71,
50,
Okay,
Got
stop.
3850.
I gotta go get my other list. of
3855,
9400,
3850,
First
Sorry.
page.
Okay.
3855,
3855. Got it.
3862, 3865,
should be
3866, 3867, 3868, 3869,
Mhm.
3872, 3873, 3875, 3879,
Mhm.
3882, 3883, 3884, 86, 38, 87, 38, 88,
Mhm.
38, 89,
89,
38, 90, 38, 91, 38, 93, last one.
Okay.
35,
Now we have one. Good problem.
36, 39,
17, 20,
41,
35,
43,
39,
All right, this is our last stack.
45,
Okay.
47.
Now,
50,
that has to go
51,
right.
58,
And it can't be wrinkled.
71,
Now it's gonna be good.
Okay.
65,
83,
Ready?
Ready.
3902, 3903, 3906, 3908, 3914, 3916, 3918, 3919, 3921, 3927,
one. Then we have an extra one.
3928, 3935,
oh, we missed one.
3936,
We're missing one,
3938,
but then we had an extra.
3939,
All right, okay.
3944,
I'll be right back.
3945, 3950,
okay.
Mhm.
78,
3951,
79,
Got it.
3953,
81,
3955, 3960,
86,
3961, 3962, 3965,
Okay, let's go there and check on it.
3970,
97,
3972, 3973, 3974, 3977, 3978.
They're not that bad stuff.
Messed up my thumb. 3980,
Okay.
3982, 3983, 3984, 3985, 3986,
and there was
3987, 3989, 3991,
Mhm.
3995, 3996. Now, you know what? Let me go back this one at the bottom.
Okay.
I wonder if
5,
the machine
7,
maybe didn't count it because it's
9,
wrinkled weird.
10,
I don't know the answer to that, but
14,
this bottom, I'm gonna put
Oh, I
that,
see, yeah.
this bottom was like,
Yeah.
so it felt different.
32,
But could that have maybe
36.
not been counted by the machine?
No, it should have been, it theoretically would have been okay because of all the timing marks.
that wouldn't hurt
Put a
anything
note on
on the
it then.
machine.
Put that the bottom was folded weird.
We have an expert here.
That would not hurt anything on the machine.
It's still, it's atypical. Just put it bottom folded.
Yes, I'll just put.
45,
We don't have to pull it out, but I just, we have to go back and look at it.
60,
And I put on your list, bottom folded.
61,
See,
63,
none of those have a bottom folded.
No.
I mean, I noticed that with my thumb, I
we
couldn't
got
grab it.
63,
And that was 39.78. Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. I flipped too soon. Yes, I have
The bottom
63, and
floor.
the next one is
Whatever that
66.
means. I don't know what it means, but it's not typical of the others.
Just gonna put date
Okay.
equal.
67,
Bottom folded.
73,
I wonder if the machine maybe,
74,
wait, that was,
I'm worried
84.
about the machines. so.
89,
trust me. I mean, that's pretty good, but,
97,
you know, if something's folded wrong, or there's a smudge.
99.
All the machines were like that, even the old ones. So, okay,
Do we have anything else to count?
no, what are they doing? Not done.
Can we help y'all do anything? Are y'all?
We've got the pages, so
Yeah,
How many more do you all have left to do?
we have a stack there. What's the bottom number? Maybe I could give them.
Yeah, because you all got some big stacks in there.
this is the whole 10,000 series.
Well, here, yeah, we can do that.
Now, do you have it on your master list?
No, she's gonna give us.
I'm gonna give you the master list.
At least it appears to be.
But I'm gonna
on
have to
that
get that
first
master
day.
list back because I'm
Yeah.
gonna need it too. Well, this will get you going and,
Okay,
yeah,
All right,
here,
you wanna do that?
yeah, I'll do that.
just make
Can I
sure
do
we
this?
get back those.
Yeah, I'll give you back this first page as soon as we check it off.
Okay,
So,
9,600.
OCD
Yes.
about papers, why don't you put on there,
Yeah, I am.
heist paper or
Right.
something like that? so
Heisey is my name.
I,
How do you say it?
Heisey.
You pronounce it Heidi?
Heisey.
Heisey, pardon me.
Heisey.
Heisey.
Okay,
Okay, 01?
1, 5, 7, 12, 13,
Well, we gotta put them all back together.
15, 16,
Okay.
This is like multiple stacks.
20,
Wow,
21,
hey,
Okay.
huge stack.
24,
This is our stack.
31,
Okay, so,
33, 38,
all right,
46,
This is
47,
10,001.
50,
okay, got it.
You ready?
Got it.
55,
So 10,001, 10,003.
57,
Mm-hmm,
59,
So I'm gonna go 06.
Six.
Is
that's fine.
that okay?
Yeah.
62,
12,
Mm-hmm,
63,
14,
64,
17,
67,
26,
Mhm.
27, 29,
81,
37,
86,
40,
mm-hmm,
41,
90,
43,
mm-hmm,
92,
44,
mm-hmm,
45,
mm-hmm,
48,
mm-hmm,
54,
mm-hmm,
63,
mm-hmm,
68,
mm-hmm,
69,
mm-hmm,
72,
mm-hmm,
75,
mm-hmm,
76,
mm-hmm,
77,
mm-hmm,
78,
mhm,
84,
mhm,
94,
mhm,
95,
mhm.
107,
9700.
109,
Good,
111.
okay, now stop right there.
10.
Let me get this in order.
Okay, ready?
10,
115,
Mm-hmm,
12,
116,
14,
118,
24,
120,
25,
122,
27,
mm-hmm,
132,
mm-hmm,
138,
mm-hmm,
146,
mhm,
32,
147,
33,
151,
34,
159,
35,
160, 167, 168, 170,
got it?
172,
Mm-hmm,
177, 178,
yes,
179, 182,
have a link to this?
196,
To
This live stream?
199,
Can you want the link?
mm-hmm,
You said you want the link?
Yeah, can you text it to me? If I give you my number?
202,
Right here, I'll just tell you, if you go to TaJ Talk, TaJTalk.com,
mm-hmm,
it's right there on the.
217, 221, 229,
And it's right here.
249,
Top.
mm-hmm,
It's right.
257, 262, 272,
mm-hmm,
So we send it to,
274,
we send it to someone, so they go
86,
to
288,
TaJTalk.com.
297,
yeah,
298,
It's gonna be right here.
308,
First thing.
got it,
Yeah.
Just hit play on it.
okay,
Yeah.
330,
Take it right.
Cool.
And then if they take it here, then they probably.
337, 338, 341,
I'm hotspotting off my phone.
That's fine, no worries. Yeah, I'll just, my brother was asking.
Yeah, don't feel free to leave comments.
361,
I'm the only one who's commented so far, but we got people watching on different.
389, 394,
All right, appreciate it.
396, 399,
okay,
407,
37,
414, 415, 442,
mm-hmm,
44,
449,
48,
451, 452, 455,
58,
mm-hmm,
59,
456, 472,
67,
489,
70,
500,
72,
mm-hmm,
501, 502, 510,
76,
512, 520, 524,
97.
527, 539,
Weird, as I'm
567,
going through, I
569,
noticed the ones that have one
570,
handwriting.
573,
Throws
577,
me for a loop.
583,
Well, I felt
Okay,
that
hold
way
on.
when I was opening these things and seeing my name on the ballot or whatever.
can I get your next sheet?
What number?
I'm gonna start with,
585.
yeah, 7585. I'm gonna give you back that one.
We're doing 585.
Got it, 585.
Here we go. So 585, 598, 601, 602, 604, 620, 622, 625,
think so.
Mhm.
627, 630, 633, 642, 644,
Mhm.
648, 658, 662, 664, 678,
Okay.
682, 694, 696, 708,
Mhm.
714, 718, 719, 721, 733, 744, 749, 750, 751, 765, 786, 790,
Good eyes.
792,
I guess it kind of jumped out at me.
796, 800,
Okay.
811,
Mhm.
815,
Mhm.
8. All right, we did 815.
We did 8:15.
You ready?
Yes.
820,
Got it?
823,
Mhm.
827,
Mhm.
832, 834,
Okay, well, that's good.
843, 846,
So that was
848, 849, 855,
Still have, yeah, I marked it all on there.
857, 872,
So that can go back
896,
in the box.
913,
We're only missing the one.
921,
Okay.
927,
And we're over on that. We have the right number.
934,
Right, those guys may have found some of something.
940,
I'm at
948,
98, 97.
952,
Or we're starting a new one.
961,
Yes,
One.
okay.
962,
Mhm.
978,
Mhm.
981, 988, 990, 992, 993, 996, last one.
Okay.
9, 10, 12, 13, 14, 24,
So those all the 10,000.
27, 28, 30,
You notice that?
71, 74,
That's 10,000.
80, 83,
We need to identify that as
93,
No, because I'm gonna give it back to them.
98,
178.
Okay.
That was $170. Okay. Here is the 10,000 spot.
Okay.
Do you all want us to do the 11,000s? Would that be helpful for you?
I'm not sure we can break up the
Okay.
sheets any longer.
All right,
Thank you.
you're welcome. Here's the 10,000s. Okay. Steve, is there anything else?
So these are the
That's it
suspect
for now until they're done, then we'll figure out.
Okay.
What did y'all have?
We have 4 duplicates.
Yeah, those are.
11,000.
The one you wanted us to
Yes.
pull for. This one was not in the list,
Okay,
and this was a due in also not in the list.
okay.
So those are the two. that we have.
4,
Okay, so 2 extras.
24,
If we mark them on the list, the master list, we circle them and put notes, so we
We
know.
have a third extra.
48,
Okay,
So in there, they said they didn't find 3 on there. How many did they find on their list?
they've got a couple.
Did y'all find any that were atypical or not?
We had 1 that we didn't have on the list. And I think what's going on is that their
Oh, okay.
92,
husband and wife, they're putting in the wrong.
That's what I
No.
said.
02, this is 102.
So-
We're not checking, we're not
11102.
checking.
Yes.
So we probably need to do that.
Do you think the 2 ballots, a husband, wife ballot and an envelope?
Yeah.
No, yeah, what happens is, so each, there's a husband and wife, and they get their ballots. The
20,
CIV numbers are specific to the envelope, the ballots look the same. So when they put it in there marking the ballots, the husband may put it in the wife's envelope.
50,
And when we get it back, the envelope for the husband's got CIV 500,
63,
the wife's is CIV,
68,
let's say
501.
485. No, it will never be that because we're getting these requests in
Okay.
mixed. So
81,
we're not checking CIV numbers, we're just checking to make sure there's a ballot in there.
94,
So how many do we have for Tuesday so far, for next
112.
Tuesday?
Yeah.
We're
01,
scanning them, we'll probably about
21.
400.
There was no 11200, right?
Yeah.
Just one, okay.
So not,
great.
but not 4,000.
God, no, no.
That's fine, I didn't have it either.
This is gonna be the
Checking.
lowest one.
Okay.
I doubt we're
21.
gonna get many more.
23,
It'll be sporadic.
33,
Okay.
This was a big one because remember, these are requests from the
37.
beginning of the process.
Oh, yeah.
39,
This was our first board meeting, so now on a weekly basis, you're just gonna be getting whatever came in
44,
from that Tuesday morning all the way till on Monday night.
Yeah.
52,
Well, no, because this
53,
is, we got Friday meetings starting next week.
Yeah.
65,
And I mean, even if it's, even if y'all are doing, even if you're only doing 10 or 20 in that meeting, whatever, it's still better than having a,
Well, and by the time early voting starts, we can start approving those.
1302,
yeah.
And that'll take
11.
some time too, because we'll have to,
12,
Yeah, we probably should meet
18.
more than less, because what if one of us gets sick?
Okay,
So if you do 10, that's
21.
10 done, right?
Right.
But you don't have to do the following.
36,
well, and it's not just that, like, we'll have to
39,
start approving the ballots for
41,
the applications
45,
for early
49,
voting.
Which is voter registration, what I call,
55,
an application, is that what I call voter
59,
registration, if you register to vote?
60,
No, that's, so,
78,
What is it?
so you have to sign an
92,
application to get a absentee by mail.
94,
When you go in to vote
Yes.
early, that is also,
11404,
application as well,
Yep.
because voting,
Five.
applying to vote early.
6,
In person.
In person,
7,
and so you get a piece of paper,
13,
and we have to approve all of those by sites.
11500,
So we've got 6 sites, which means that every day
18,
we'll have 6 stacks
62,
of applications that we have to,
65,
everybody has to sign.
19.
So that's what I plan to do, is in that 2-week interval before November 3,
11617,
is to go to the
23,
something
27.
community college, what is it? It's
Yeah,
Carolina
the-
Central Community College?
Yeah, their health sciences building.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go vote there,
64,
and I have to fill out a little piece of paper that I'm an absentee early voter or something. Is
Right,
that what
yeah.
happens? Okay.
87,
And so then we'll have to approve all, see, we have to
1172,
approve all of those.
Oh, what do you do, check them with the
34.
registration or something?
Well, they get checked
52.
when you come in to vote, but I mean, like, we have to look through and, how, you know, how all the numbers here have to
1164.
match up.
And
Well,
then
all
what
the
about
numbers
18
here
and
have to
05?
match up too.
Or at all, or-
okay,
So,
So 11805,
yeah.
yes,
then I'd have
and so, you know, if there are any
64.
problems, then we'll look through those and
67,
stuff like that, but usually for those,
68.
we're able to catch them. But
11934.
it's nice to be able to sort of not have to do a whole week's worth, which is what we would have to do otherwise.
Okay,
43,
For those Friday meetings, we'll be able to cut that down too,
57,
so. And some of those will be quite large.
69, 75, 98.
there should be one more,
There's a 1200.
okay, yeah,
somewhere.
okay, good.
But that's,
Almost done, one more.
or 12,000 there. That was all the 11,000.
So how many hours do you work so far this week?
Not lost track.
You come in early, Steve?
I usually try to get around 6.
So you're
Nine
getting-
30, so
working hard.
by the
Yeah.
time when 8 o'clock starts, the phones start going and
Well, you can't get any,
can't get any work
Yeah.
done.
it's not,
Okay,
Training last night, I'll be
12,008.
training next week, all 4 days until 10
9,
to 12, 2 to 4, and 6 to 8.
43,
For all
Yeah.
4 of those days, training 12
53.
workers, so.
Yeah.
54,
Figure this week
60,
and try to get caught up. Cause we got one
73,
stop after that, we gotta get that ready.
Good morning, y'all. We're a few minutes early here. What do you give folks?
160,
Yes, one second.
280, 284,
Your parents are in Greece right now?
No, they will never
77.
go.
Yep.
Have
Okay,
to shut.
I'll tell you where they're from.
Missing one, multiple one.
yeah,
After what they saw.
it's
so,
a wash.
nope.
What part of Greece do they live in? Where they visit?
Crete and Samos.
Is that in the south or where?
Crete's in the south, yeah.
The islands.
Samos is- Yeah, Samos is toward the Turkish side of it.
Because the Greek islands go right up to Turkey coast, right? I mean, right, way down in some of them, you can see Turkey from the Greek islands.
Okay, so you are missing,
We have one missing and we have one
Not on the list.
not on the list.
okay.
What does everybody else have?
We have one that's missing, and then we have one that's not on the list.
Really?
Yes. So,
So both of those are gonna be husband, wife, missed.
that's what I'm thinking, is they put it in there and they just mixed up, and everybody's thinking, well, maybe one, but you know how
you were doing requests with us, that husband and wife could be numbers off,
Yeah,
because how we get the request form. Okay, so,
And we have,
this one's not on the list.
yeah, and the one we're missing is 6559.
Okay.
so here we have 4 dupes.
And we said we were missing 8449, but then we have one extra one, right?
I've got an extra one, yes.
Okay,
And these are close enough in order, they might have been husband and wife that came in.
okay.
Oh,
Now,
and then we have one that's not on the list.
okay,
So,
3785 is not on the list.
okay.
and this one wasn't on the list, but it's a dupe. We have 2 that weren't on the list.
3532,
Yeah, 3532 is a dupe.
that's
No.
gotta be a list, that's gotta be on the list, because you wouldn't do a dupe if it wasn't on the list.
3532?
Unless that wasn't the number that was the duplicate, I guess unless they transcribed it wrong.
So let's pull that off, because that's my handwriting, so. This is for your list here.
Trying to find something that's close enough.
Oh, here, let me,
Do that.
we didn't put those in order while we were.
I had a great break. Nice. Juicy steak. Food Lion, got the grass-fed, pre-packed.
You're looking for 3532?
Something similar to that number.
See this number,
Oh, I remember we were putting
and
the
that
blue
number
tapes.
close enough together. They probably were husband-wife requests that came in, got mailed out.
And then got flipped.
This one was spoiled.
Mhm.
Only one of them came back, but
This one's
I mean, certainly in our
Oh, that was
family,
this one right here.
we mailed our ballots back in a week before.
What is it?
But it is easy to, somebody
Yeah.
gets it done and somebody doesn't.
Here's 3532.
So it might have been 35.
No,
And I'm
it
sure-
says
I'm sure a lot of
3532.
It didn't go through the machine for some reason.
Attached to that.
No, look, it's,
Oh, it's
a lot
cut.
of people don't even notice that the numbers on them. They do on the ballot, but not on the envelope.
so wait a second. No, we're missing 3476.
Yeah.
What was the number that we said? 3788.
Well, does this mean it's not on the list, but it's in the stack?
What do our?
This should be on the
It says
list,
not on master
3532.
list. I understand that. What does it mean that it's missing?
That, it's not in here, but it's in the list. As we went through, that was the
okay,
one in that
okay.
series that we did find.
Yeah.
Which,
On the list, but no ballot.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got it.
Here's 3737. That's a due. 3737.
Here's one
Now,
too.
see, I have a 3532 here.
Okay. So we have a 3737.
Oh, wait a minute. He's got a 3532
Okay,
there.
Give me a second. I'm
And
gonna
we
go
do
back
not,
to the office real quick. Y'all keep doing what y'all are
we do
doing.
not have a 3532 on this list. So, but he's got it on another list.
There's a problem that a couple lists were run, and so there may be some changes between those.
Okay, that's right.
Yeah.
3532 is the one. No, 3532 is the dupe. So this one was a dupe and
But it's not on,
the
it's
list.
not on the master list.
Right, so we need to make sure that,
So missing, where do we, it's not on the master list, but we have a ballot.
It might be an old master list that you're working off. That's the issue, I think.
okay.
Say your last name is Heisey?
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's a German name. It probably would be pronounced in Germany Heise or something.
No, here's 35.
Way too hard for Americans.
3522.
I used to know a Dave Heisey.
Really?
Yeah.
3532.
There aren't very many of them.
Oh, they're right, okay.
I was German ancestry
German.
too.
Oh, yeah?
Is he Deutsch?
3532
Ein
is.
bisschen.
Oh, Mason sprechen nicht good Deutsch.
I took 2 whole years of high school
Almost,
German.
yeah.
I did it when I was in
It
college, yeah.
has long faded away.
I don't remember, yeah. It faded away when I walked out of there after I passed the class.
Let me guess, you're missing 3527, right?
No, we're missing 3522.
Okay, do you have a 3527?
Yes, we had a 3527.
Okay, that 3532,
No, we have 35.
yeah, the duplicate 3532
Mm-hmm.
is Janet Stropes that didn't have a ballot in it.
Well, there is a,
That's when it was initially.
So she got on the list, but we didn't remove her from the list when we realized there was no ballot.
That's the one that you, yeah, that's the one you said no ballot on there.
Right,
But there is a ballot on there, it's 3532.
there is a ballot.
Yes.
But it's a duplicate.
well, it means there's original in here.
It's torn,
Yeah,
yeah.
it
It was
should be
damaged.
removed.
But that's, see, the
What's the
CIV is
original?
3532. That's her.
That is weird.
I don't know how to explain that.
Did she shove it in her husband's envelope?
It might have been, that could have been a possibility too.
Ah.
See, that could have been a possibility.
That could have
But
been a
that'll
possibility.
throw us one over because we wouldn't have counted that on the list because we yanked it out.
I
Because
yanked
we're
it out
missing
from
the
the
ballot.
original one, yes.
And we actually do have the ballot. for it,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Mhm.
Say that again?
Yeah, explain it really slow.
Okay,
Yes, please, because I'm.
Remember
Okay,
when-
you find the damaged one.
Yeah, that's
She's looking for the one that's torn, which would be the one that the voter filled out, right?
remember when Lori said she found an envelope with no ballot on it?
Yes.
I know
Okay,
you're showing
that
one.
no ballot one is that duplicate 3532. There's a good possibility, and it's a husband and wife, and the husband and wife have both turned in. It's a good possibility she put her ballot in there with the husband's. And when Lori opened it up and said there was no ballot, there really was one, because y'all have already duplicated that ballot.
So they sent 2 ballots in one envelope and 0 ballots in the other envelope?
Could be, yes.
Oh, and when we duplicated it, we ran it through the
But it's
machine.
already been run through the machine.
But it wasn't on the master list.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's not on the master list.
So we have 4,001, and on master list we have 4,000.
We have 4,232, but it's actually 4,233.
But we still have our problems over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, hold
and I
on.
think you're gonna find these two are husband and wife.
Mhm.
We can look them up.
Yep.
What do you call this, reconciling the numbers, or is that what do we call it?
Is there a way you
When
have
you're
a
mining
list?
through the data?
Yes.
6501,
Needle and a
65.
Yeah.
Well,
What are you looking for, Lois?
I was looking
this
for.
one's not on the list.
Oh, that's right.
This will have to be
There
looked
it is
up
right
in
here.
the machine.
That's right,
Oh.
that's right.
That's the original one right here. There you go, that's that.
Yeah, but what was wrong with this one that made us duplicate it?
It's been torn.
It was
Oh,
torn.
okay, so there's,
Okay, so let me take this back, because I don't want to get these confused with what we're doing
I
over here.
see.
Okay,
Okay, so
So-
right now,
we have her, we figured
we're
out
good,
her.
we're good with that.
But
Okay.
wait, so you think this was run through the machine?
It has been run through the machine, there's no thinking about it, it's been run through the machine.
And then we didn't have this in the,
In the master list, yeah.
The master list.
and why didn't we put it, why?
Because when it was
When it
opened,
was originally opened, there wasn't a ballot in there, she probably put it in with her husband's ballot, and there were 2 ballots in one envelope.
So
But
they
when I
mailed,
opened that ballot.
you know what, they mailed it though, they may have thought there was a ballot in there.
Yeah.
No, when I know there wasn't a ballot in this, because that's the one, you know, you could feel there was nothing in there when she
Yeah,
opened it.
look, these
So,
are the two numbers.
now what
in
he's
question.
saying is that they may have thought that they put the ballot.
Oh,
in.
yeah, for sure, they
They may have
probably,
thought that they put the ballot in.
And
when
they
actually-
mailed to, because they mailed an empty container,
Right,
they may have thought there was something in there.
559,
okay.
so let's do this right now.
564.
Right now, I'm missing a ballot,
Which ballot?
and we have an extra one, so that covers that right there. Let's just pretend like people are putting the wrong CIV numbers, which they probably are. How many ballots are you missing on your list?
We're missing one,
But
we
you have an
the
extra one. So our numbers are matching right now,
Yeah, they are.
okay?
Okay,
The assumption is that even though the numbers are not right on there, that maybe a husband or wife put the wrong ballot in there.
Yeah, that's this assumption.
That's the assumption for
We're
this one over
gonna
here
check these
too.
2 numbers.
See if
and
they're.
See if it's husband and wife.
Okay.
okay,
Now, that doesn't account for the
that's this one.
extra ballot.
Yeah,
This accounts for the extra
that
balance.
counts for the extra ballot.
Gotcha.
Okay, and then we're missing one, but then we have one that was not on the list.
So you should check those two numbers also.
What about that ballot we haven't run through the machine yet?
It's on the corner over there.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, and then this ballot,
This one I'll explain to the board, keep that to the side.
yes. Okay, so this one
so-
is explained.
Yes, that's explained. Now, what do you, that one's not on the list?
This
Not
one
on
is-
this list.
It's not on
Okay.
this list, and then we were missing a ballot, we were missing a name.
Okay, these two are not on the list. I've got the one where I'm missing a ballot. Which one are you missing?
We are missing 3476.
This one right here? All right,
No,
3476?
no,
Um,
3432,
do you have a number on?
There's your 3532.
3532.
Got it
So
right
is
here.
it more up or more?
So is that it?
You know, my birth certificate.
So there's 3532.
Uh-huh,
That's
so
what I
you're good
used
with
to
that.
sign
And
my
then we
checks,
found
and I go by Lord.
3476.
And you go by Pete, right?
No,
Not
I go
Peter?
by
No,
Peter.
that's
You go by
3758.
Yeah,
3785.
okay.
So we were,
Well, right now, what you just discovered, we found 3522.
okay.
Which one did you not have? I know this is an extra one, but which one on that list could you not find?
We could not find 3476.
Okay, that's what I need then.
Okay.
But we found that one.
That, you're okay with that one? We
Maybe
want,
you should write it in there.
yeah.
35.
When I run the new list, I'm going to put that on there because she did turn in her ballot.
So the one we don't have is this one?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's the one I need.
3476.
Okay.
It's the one we couldn't find. Okay, so she has been found. I'm just gonna say,
She did with my sticky notes.
yeah.
We have a little pile right here.
It might be over here.
What are you looking for, a sticky note?
Now look, what do we do with these 4 duplicates?
Just leave them to the side. We only need them, we don't need them now because we know what the situation is.
Okay.
So we can't find 3476, we couldn't find 8449, but we've got 500.
Should we paperclip the dupes and put
Yeah.
them in the?
Do you wanna look for ours, our missing one too?
Donald's doing that now.
Donald's doing it.
Donald's doing it.
Yeah, keep these two to the side over there.
Okay,
Let's go in the
Keep the
duplicates.
duplicates like they are right here. Yeah,
Just keep them in.
yeah.
all right, hang on,
Keep your fingers crossed.
That's
Yeah.
right.
hang on, we'll get it done.
Huh,
Take a break.
Yeah. This is interesting.
Yes.
This is detective work.
Mm-hmm.
well, it's 20 till 10, I'm glad you were able to stay with me.
Yeah, me too. So, and I'm glad that I worked enough hours that I could be like, I'm not coming in on Friday at all.
Yeah. Very good.
But he was telling me we'll only have about 400 next week. 'Cause
Oh,
that's what
really?
It looks like, yeah.
Wow, I sort of thought it might drop off.
Yeah, well, you know, it makes sense, everybody's trying to get in that big.
Right.
They're coming in at 120 a day, basically.
Well, that's not bad.
So, I guess our new posture when we open up envelopes is to just go really slowly and methodically and to, check the CIV on the envelope with the CIV on the ballot, make sure that there's not a mismatch there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Who would have thought? I don't remember that ever happening before.
I mean, I think so many people are voting by mail that
It's a lot of new people voting by mail.
yeah.
The people that have voted by mail for 2 decades know how to do it.
They know how to do it, yeah.
Well,
Until you go through this, you don't think about,
Exactly, you don't think about the ways it can go wrong.
mhm.
I'll tell you, one problem with the ballot itself is, it seems to me, is that when you get to the judges, in the middle column, it says vote for one, and I've had several people ask me about that, and say, you mean I just vote for one of all these judges?
it's one per contest.
No, and it's one per, and on a lot of them, there's no contest, but still, it's, enough people are concerned or confused about it that it's clearly a problem.
Yeah, well, and it's a long ballot.
Yeah.
It's a long ballot.
I hope the state doesn't come out later and say that all these that we said cast as is have to be looked for voter intent. on the
No,
duplicate parts.
that's pretty well established.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
You know, but there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a
and-
lot of legal stuff going on.
Yeah,
Yeah, a judge just weighed in on stuff yesterday.
on affidavit.
That's right,
Yeah,
that's right. And
Yeah.
I don't know if Mark has, Steve has sent out cures on some of those things or not.
Oh, the things that we couldn't do cures on after all?
Right.
Yes, that was interesting.
There's supposed to be a meeting, what, is it today or next week or sometime to,
There's a
Hash that
judicial,
out.
there's a meeting in court today,
yeah.
a court meeting, but I don't know about a state board meeting.
It's crazy that all this is happening right before the election, while early voting is going
yeah,
on, because.
that's the thing, it's good, it's in progress.
I mean, yeah, you can't redo early absentee by mail, you wouldn't think.
If we had to recount all 4,600 of these, and then remake them, if they have multiple marks, yeah. I mean, it's probably only a couple dozen out of the whole batch, but you'd have to go through
You
them
have
all
to
to
find
find
them,
them.
yeah.
As I was telling Frank, it's better to do it now than later.
After the election.
Well, the images and the stuff that the machine captures, you'd be able to determine which ones and then go pull those individual ones.
Oh, by scrolling through on the computer, you mean
Yeah.
to find the
You could
problem
do
ones?
That's
a
nice.
report off of that
Mm-hmm,
and find the right one.
okay.
Having had to go through,
But you'd still have
Early
to
voting
manually go
and
pull them
pull
all
them.
again and,
well, at least these are all in order now.
That's right.
yeah.
So we don't have to rerun these.
No.
on the
That's
computer.
right, because they've already been,
They're already in there, so.
the ballots are coded for the precinct this time.
Okay,
So we don't need to sort them afterwards, which is a big deal.
yeah, that's big help.
Yeah, especially with so many of them.
Mhm.
And that'll be true with absentee voting
In
in
person.
person.
Now, if they say this is audit a precinct out of all of this, now you'd have to go through and pull a precinct out of all of this.
No,
Oh,
it's
that would be
usually,
wild,
That would be terrible.
yeah. Audit absentee mail, by mail, Hickory Mountain.
Yeah.
They would have to look through every ballot to find the ones that, yeah, that would be terrible. And so easy to make a mistake, to miss.
Well,
a-
again, you'd run a report that said, here's the numbers from
Oh,
Hickory
okay,
Mountain,
you
and
can
then
run
you
the
pull them by
report.
number, but you'd have to manually pull them in order to.
Look for those numbers and double check.
Yeah.
Can I walk next door? Do I leave here for a minute to go get the Wi-Fi access code?
Sure.
On the right now. Yes.
Aaron might know it. He's,
Is there a Wi-Fi access code, do you know?
I'm using this hotspot here that was provided.
I'll go check next door.
Okay.
that is the only thing we have to do this year.
what are you saying?
I said, may this be the only
Oh,
project we
yeah.
have.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I confess there was a tendency to want to push through, you know, with 4,000 ballots, it was
Yeah.
hard not to try to go as fast as you could. And-
No, yeah,
But it never even occurred to me that we should be trying to match CID numbers on the ballot with the envelope. Nobody was doing that.
well, we never had to do that before.
No, we've never had to do it. We've never had to match the ballots.
Wait a minute.
I mean, the ballot envelopes. That was never a board function, to match
So,
ballot envelopes to the master list.
That's what I thought, I always thought that. was-
Before and after we opened them.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's new. I mean, I don't mind doing it that much. It goes pretty fast, once it's all organized by number. But
after this Wednesday, I'll be able to come in on Wednesdays again.
Oh, good.
At least until like 12 or 12:30. I'm gonna be at work
Okay.
about 1:30, so.
Okay.
um,
Well, we could probably meet earlier than 10.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember why we set 10, but
Yeah.
I'm not clear that we have to not set.
Yeah, and Friday's the 30th, so.
What'd you find out, Steve?
Can't tell by the CIV numbers because it's like 14,000 of these and it's not putting them all, they're not putting them by sequence order, it's putting them by alphabetical order. So, I have one that was not on my list. And then we had an extra ballot. So that covers that. You guys had one that was not on your list, but an extra number.
Mm-hmm.
So that covers that. You had one that was not on your list.
But we found it. We
Yeah.
had two, we had one that was a duplicate and
Yes.
on our list, but we found her.
Yes.
And then we have this one that was not on our list.
Okay.
But we were also missing a number.
You're missing this number right here.
No. We're also missing 3476.
Okay, so 3476 is, you're missing that one, right?
Yes.
So then you have this one that wasn't on your list.
Right.
So that covers that.
Yes.
That wipes it out, okay?
This one-
This one was not on the list, period.
Right, but we found her envelope.
Okay, all right.
Yes.
So right now, we're at +1. Am I interpreting this correctly?
I'm not sure.
Why don't you write that, you got it, but you found the envelope.
Missing
Yeah, I'll put it
one,
on here.
What's this?
that's the
Oh,
duplicate.
That's the deal.
okay.
Missing one, they have the ballot for that, right?
Right,
Missing one on ours, we have a ballot for it, right?
right,
Missing one on their list, there's the ballot that covers that one.
okay,
This one right here, though, was not on our list. However, it got ran through the machine.
okay.
So we're at a +1.
But we found the envelope for this one.
Yeah. So when I put the envelope back on there,
Yes,
And we're.
that evens everything out.
everything's even
Yes.
out.
Good?
Mhm.
Is
Where did
everybody
you-
following?
Where did you find the envelope for that one?
You found a blank envelope.
Oh, that's the blank envelope.
They put, probably the husband and wife put both of their ballots in one envelope. So when we all talked about this, on our next meeting, we need to go, when we're going, every person goes slow. As you open up that envelope,
Right.
you need to make sure there's one ballot in there. And if
Right.
there's two, we need to know about
And we
that.
need to check the CIV number against the
We've
ballot.
never done that. I gotta get guidance on the
I don't think
state
we
from that. I'm not sure, yeah, not sure
Well,
what the remedy is
the
on that.
thing I'm worried about is if we've got a ballot on the list and we don't have an envelope for it, or we have a missing ballot, are we looking at problems down the line if we can't get any further into figuring out what happened?
I
Where
mean,
the other ballot comes in, and it's also
well,
not
here's
matched.
the explanation of that.
Okay,
Pretend like we finished our last meeting and it said 4,200 and we had 4,200. We would have been good. There would have been no way for us to know that somebody else had put the wrong CIV number in there. Our assumption is they put their ballot in there, and you gotta have, the voters gotta do something on their end. You gotta, and if you're being given a ballot that's got a CIV number on there, you should be putting that ballot in the envelope. If you mix it up with the husband and wife, there's no way for us to know that. We're just putting ballots into the machine. The only reason we figured it out this time around is because we had to go back because our numbers weren't matching. But all other counties where their numbers are matching, they have no way of knowing if the husband and wife or anybody else put the wrong ballot in there. All they know is a ballot came in with the envelope that they.
Are we looking at a problem where somebody comes into early vote and it says they voted and they say, no, I haven't voted because their husband put his ballot in his wife's envelope and sent it in?
Mhm.
Then that wife doesn't get to
No,
vote.
because when you're turning in that ballot, when you're turning in that envelope and that ballot in there, you're saying I'm voting, and you're signing on that envelope that I'm voting. Now, if they accidentally put the wrong ballot in there,
And
it still comes back as they voted. It's just that they voted, the ballot for the wife went in that envelope, the
Yeah,
ballot for the
it's
husband
the
went in the
issue.
other envelope.
the issue is, the envelope that did not have the ballot in it.
Yes.
Now, as we're opening the ballots, you get one that doesn't have a envelope in it, then of course you look at it to see if this person has a spouse or somebody who could have requested, you know, the ballot at the same house, to make sure they didn't put two in there. That would be a flag, you know,
Okay,
for moving forward.
I'm gonna go on Lori's. Okay, this one says 6559 is on the list, but it's not in here.
Mhm.
Assuming that 6564 was the spouse.
Mhm.
The spouse put it in the envelope 6559, signed her name to it, stuck her ballot in it.
Mhm.
So now, his name is checked off the list, hers is not. He comes in because he didn't mail his and
Decided
tries
to
to
vote
vote,
person.
and he's not gonna get to.
No, because the envelope, just
The
because,
envelope is his, and that's the one that got checked off on the list.
yes.
But she's the one who mailed it in and signed it because she thought it was her envelope. So now he doesn't get to vote even though he hasn't voted.
No, he would get to vote provisionally, and then we would have to go through and do all.
Yes.
We
Yes.
research.
But you won't be able to do that because you'll come back to the list and say, he can't vote again because it's been checked off.
But wait a minute, the person who's signing that envelope
Mhm.
is the voter, okay? They put a ballot in there
Mhm.
and they're mailing it in.
Right. So it's the wife and she's got the husband's envelope and her ballot. She signs it because she thinks it's her envelope,
Okay.
okay?
Mhm.
So she's mailed hers in.
But here's the thing, if it's not her signature, which even though, you know, we check the signatures, I will check and see if the signature's not matching the voter, that'll, you know, put me a little bit of a
Assuming
flag
you
to
can
let me
read
know
the
that's not the
signature,
voter.
it's not just a.
Yes, yeah. Mhm. And most of them are, like 95% of them are matching like the voters' signatures that came in through there. But I see your point,
Yeah.
but the only way we're gonna be able to catch that is as they
Our
come
numbers are
in.
gonna be off.
Yes.
Our numbers are gonna be off, and that's a flag,
Well,
and that comes up
the
in a
numbers
audit.
aren't off if you.
Numbers aren't off anymore. He's talking about the voter, not, you know.
Yeah.
Coming in
well,
for early voting. or
And
something.
that would be something we have to research, like she said, provisional, because we wouldn't turn them away.
At that point, I'm sorry, yeah,
Okay.
so at that point, like if you come in,
Mhm.
you and your wife requested absentee ballots,
Mhm.
she sent in her ballot in your envelope. The person at early voting should, one, be calling the office to find out what's going on, and if they're absentee by mail, tell them to vote provisionally, and then that way, they get to vote, and then it comes into the office, and then we'll be able to sit down and comb through all of this after the
How
election.
would we figure it out?
We would pull the envelope for one thing.
Well, one thing was, we would see that he had requested an absentee ballot by
Right.
mail, so we'd know to be looking in that
Exactly,
system.
and we would look up the wife too, to see if whoever got credit for the voting. And then between them, one should say, I didn't send my ballot back.
Okay, so you would do that level of research?
Yes.
You'd be talking to people and
Yeah.
asking
And
questions?
to your point, if that voter realized, oh, I put the wrong thing in there, their first reaction should be calling the Board of Elections office and saying, I mailed in.
Yeah. But they aren't gonna realize that, right? She picked up his envelope, signed it, and sent it in.
Unless she notices the other envelope
Unless she
sitting
knows
on
the
the
other one
table
over there,
and.
yeah.
Well, he,
Now, if both of them send the envelopes in, it's not gonna,
It's not
It's
gonna
gonna be
really
a
work.
wash.
but then, I don't know if the other one didn't choose to vote or whatever. I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know what happened in that
Yeah.
instance.
But see, I'm with Steve, if we had a problem, if the numbers matched on Tuesday night or Wednesday morning
We
when we
would never
finished,
know.
this would have never been,
we never would've figured this out.
Right.
Exactly.
So what do we do with this ballot?
Well, hold on, you had a
I had a
question.
question.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So Tuesday, we're gonna be opening envelopes.
Mhm.
Mhm.
So if we find an empty envelope, we raise our hand and we
Mhm.
put it to the side and you
Yes.
chronicle it.
Yes.
If we
Yes.
find an envelope with two ballots,
Same
we
thing.
raise our hand, say, hey,
Yes.
and we put
Yes.
it to the
Yeah.
side and we
Yes.
chronicle it, right?
Yeah,
Exactly.
so we're gonna take our time opening up the envelopes and make sure there's one ballot per envelope. We've got a letter opener now.
So there are
So-
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of us here. There may be, are there gonna be other people
Mark-
here on
Mark-
Tuesday?
Mark and Mr.
Yeah, and it won't be 4,000 envelopes that you're gonna be doing
Yeah.
this Tuesday.
Yeah, but they need to know too,
Yeah,
empty
we will tell
envelope or
her.
double
Yeah,
envelope.
it won't be as much as we did.
We'll go through those instructions prior to that.
Yes.
Now, one other thing I'm gonna suggest for this group here today, when we finish our analysis, you write it down. Is this gonna come to haunt us, 3 weeks from now? Like,
Should not.
is they gonna come back and say, what happened, because
Well,
I'm not gonna be able to reconstruct this,
Steve,
what y'all
Steve, you're
discovered.
gonna have some kind of
An incident report.
an incident
yes.
report, and you
Yes.
will list the ballot numbers that were question marks,
Yes.
and how we,
Yeah.
I mean,
dealt
we've
with
done a
it.
lot of discovery
so
there.
that we can
A
go back
lot
and
of
look at it,
Really
if there's
smart
a
people, so we
provisional
need to,
question.
because I won't be able to articulate it.
Yeah.
We'll write it down, we'll,
Yeah.
What
We'll
you
have a
found, how you,
synopsis.
how you rectified things.
Yes.
Yeah. You
Real
need to do an
important.
incident report
Yeah.
that is available, so.
So
Right.
who's gonna write it?
Steve.
Steve.
You can remember all your
Steve
I'll
will
get
remember.
all that.
You'll remember it, yeah.
Oh, I didn't.
So I don't think I can do.
And we do the same thing at the polling places.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When there's an
Every day.
incident, yeah. You have to write it up and have it in writing.
Yeah.
If there is an incident of this magnitude.
Because invariably what'll happen is they'll come back 3 weeks from now and say, hey, what did y'all find? And then I'll say, well, I know we talked about it.
I don't know, have you guys printed all the absentee instructions that you need already? Or in a future printing, could you add some language about, please
Lori,
be sure?
there is so much stuff, I mean,
Yeah.
sooner or later, the voters gotta get some kind of accountability on when they're doing these things. There are 4 pages of instructions on
Yeah,
there.
it
There's
has
instructions
too
on the
much.
envelope, I mean,
And then I think
Okay.
we probably need to, I don't know if we need to change the instructions, because we have, instructions of showing them where to sign.
but those instructions are from the state,
And
we
they're
really can't do
signing,
anything
and
with
they're
those.
signing where we're giving them the instructions,
I mean,
so,
yeah. That first page, we did that on our, hoping it would help.
It would
The other instructions are coming from the state, and the envelope is coming from the state. We can't
Oh,
change
wow.
that, that's how it comes in there.
Okay, I was just wondering if in the instructions, adding a sentence, make sure your ballot goes in your envelope.
So how many lines of text do you have? 4 pages of text?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's,
So it's not gonna be
People
4
aren't
pages
reading.
in a line. Yeah. That's-
See this? This is where the voter thought we meant for them to sign. Because we put it there thinking that we were gonna help them to not to forget, but they're signing our instructions.
So here's the thing we all have to think about. I'm the newest guy here, okay? Mom and pop sitting at the kitchen table. They don't have the experience of any of us. And they're not gonna know that yellow rectangle is different from, so it has to be, the less text, the better, and the less, they have to read, the better. That's always a
That's true.
struggle.
Yeah.
That's true.
It is.
It is.
And,
It
so the simpler the form, the better. I mean, we know what to do, but.
Fill your ballot out, sign the envelope, get a witness, make sure the ballot's in the right envelope, send it in. You
Give
Done.
hints.
gotta have something
Right.
simple.
It has to be, because we're dealing with the common man, and you do this every day.
Yeah.
They do it once every 4 years, or maybe.
And you gotta realize, a lot of people vote absentee for the first time.
I never
This is
voted
all-
absentee.
This is all new to them.
So you might wanna look at this. This is the material that people get when they vote absentee. This is the one that's created by the local, by our office.
Mhm.
This stuff is required by the state to go in. All this fine print, you know, scaring you to death if you
Yeah.
vote illegally and so forth.
So I'd be interested to see how many voters read those last
Oh,
two.
yeah.
Well, sure.
We've always said that, yeah. We've
Oh,
always
yeah,
said it's too
always.
much.
That's for the attorneys.
Yeah, it is. But I guess if somebody disobeyed the law, then they can say, we sent you this. It's kinda like covering, yeah.
So Steve, just double checking, what we've done now matches us to everything that's on the tabulators, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
So 6
Hey, I have to make a motion, we don't do this again.
6269, the one that wasn't on the list. Everybody have a circle?
No, yeah, I crossed it off, that was a missing.
559.
I make a motion, all numbers always match every time, they're in line.
It's on our list.
I
but we
decree
didn't
that,
have a
I
ballot.
decree that.
Okay, that's what I want to see.
Yeah.
So this
Everybody
one-
gets along,
this one
nobody
here
gets-
is not, was not.
Woo.
It's on the
Motion
list,
made,
but you didn't have a
number
ballot.
six.
Everything will be fixed.
6559.
But at least we had
But you have an
the
extra
first
ballot,
meeting,
which
so now we
is
know how to move
560.
forward, so.
Yeah.
And you
Well,
see
that's
how
what they
close
call
they are
them.
together.
This has
At
been
least it
a
doesn't
learning
say
one
curve
where we had
here.
Well, it's,
Where
I'm
the
on a,
ballot
I'm on a
was not.
steep learning curve.
That's why I
This
think
is
it's
actually good
husband
for
wife,
me.
because
Yeah.
two of us came in together and just were slightly out of sync.
I don't-
I have
Find
three,
the
I have
envelope.
3 ballots.
I tried to look them up.
Write it
They
down.
would let them know.
That's true.
So
I
got-
realized the
got
other
3
day that like,
people
it was like, for you, it was probably like jumping
Three
into the
people
deep
So,
end.
we
Absolutely,
get
but
that
that's
were not on
okay.
our list.
So what about this ballot?
And I've got
Been
3
there, done
ballots
that.
that
But
we
you
have
know, then you
CID
can
numbers,
say.
so that equals it out, right?
Yes,
Yep.
yes.
Then we have that 3-5.
No, I was expecting, I didn't know how long, well, I still don't know how long.
Which is the
I was thinking
torn
it's
up
gonna be with the
version.
money.
Yeah, but it's been run through the
No.
machine.
They went to the machine, it's a
Oh,
duplicate.
yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
just
all of
why
our
we
numbers
were-
match up.
Yes.
Okay.
So how, did you put that other ballot?
So
in there?
one, that other one's still over there.
Yeah, that-
And we still have the military to go.
Yeah,
So when I go, cause now I've gotta go put 3552 back in the
Back
system.
in the system, yeah.
Yeah,
right, yes, you do, because that's what we
What's
took
gonna
out.
happen with this?
okay.
Yes.
This
But when I
ballot.
put that in the system, it'll raise our number by 1.
No, it'll raise this number to match.
Okay.
Okay.
It'll raise the number in the system, which will now match the number on the tabulator.
So we're gonna go from 4,000 what to 4,000 what? We're gonna go up 1 vote.
So we're at 4,232 right now.
4,
Right.
On the
On the
tabulators or on the?
On the
tabulator,
tabulator.
tabulator.
But the report says 4,232 on it.
Right now.
Right now, when I put that on there, it'll go 4,233.
And then we're gonna add that
And then
ballot
you-
in,
then
and
you
this
got that
will be
extra ballot.
33.
Okay, see, all right.
All
that-
right, I'm not
So we're
getting
gonna go
it.
to
What
four-
No,
was that?
I get it.
No, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't either.
Okay.
You may never
Okay.
get it.
No, that extra ballot.
There
that
it
we
is, right
have,
here.
That extra ballot, we've accounted for the envelope, but the ballot hasn't been put in the machine yet.
Right, so what does that do to our count?
So that goes 2 to 3.
What is the ballot envelope
No,
on
no,
that?
no, no.
We took
So
yours off.
We still have
We
to
took
add
your envelope off,
this ballot,
because
the
we didn't have
duplicate
a
that
ballot
we
in
found,
there.
that was
So
on
when
the
Steve
list,
puts that envelope
that
back
we
on,
found her
There's a
we'll get, we'll
envelope,
get
449.
one over on the
that'll get
envelope.
added back
So
into
we need
this.
one more
Yeah, the
number.
envelope's
in the
on there, but the
machine.
ballot
Okay.
The envelope's there, but the ballot's
Okay.
still.
4, 2, 3,
But I don't have to worry about it.
In that
We're gonna go to
ballot.
4, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Right.
Is that
So,
ballot?
The reason, the
go
reason,
ahead and run that
the
in.
reason 449 is not on our
No,
list is
no, no.
because
Because we
ballot
haven't run it in yet.
didn't get run in yet.
Okay, so say that for everybody, cause,
The one on our list, the one that we couldn't find, that me and Dawn couldn't find, CIV, well, I'm not gonna mention because we're on camera now.
Okay.
That's it. Anyway, the CIV that we couldn't find
mhm,
is the ballot that didn't get run through
okay,
on there.
And it's
But the
attached to
envelope
the
is checked
envelope.
off.
It's attached to
so
the
the
envelope.
envelope is checked
Checked
off.
off,
Yes.
And then
yes.
you're gonna add the envelope of the one that we
I
found
wanna
in
add
that.
that, yeah, I wanna
Okay.
add that right now.
And then that will bring us
Yes,
Even.
Yeah.
even.
it will.
Yeah, so
We'll
what,
be
yeah,
at 4, 2, 3.
3.
3.
However, and this is why I told you to pull this out and pull it to the side, because it's always exciting in this Board of Elections office.
Always.
CIV, I'm not mentioning a number, all right, but this individual here voted an absentee ballot, we accepted it.
Mm-hmm.
They now moved to Orange County and registered in Orange County and also requested an absentee in Orange County. So we get a report from the state that tells us when they moved out of county and into a new county. We've already accepted this. I need to spoil this.
Okay,
It'll be taken off of our list, that's why I took it out. So
okay,
it will be spoiled.
okay. And then
Okay.
we need to cancel that vote?
I will. When I spoil it, that'll cancel.
But
So
then
how do we
So how do we
correct that
fix it
in
in the
the machine?
tabulator?
Manually.
When does that happen?
After.
Manually.
When does
Before-
that happen?
Before
During-
canvas.
That,
So-
exactly.
Yeah,
So
So
we're
is
gonna
that
go
something
from
that you will handle
4, 2, 3
administratively?
to,
Yes, that's
3,
something
and then we're gonna go
on
back
canvas.
down.
We'll have to do
Yeah.
double votes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's gonna take
During
one away,
canvas.
that one moved to
During that
orange.
meeting,
So
probably.
we're gonna
before
drop
canvas,
again to
the
4,
12th.
2,
Supplementals and
3.
yeah,
Is that right?
So
Yeah.
you're
We're
keeping
gonna
track
go
of
from
all
2 to
this stuff.
3,
Yes.
yeah.
and then he's gonna
Okay.
spoil
So
it
they
for the,
can't
and
go
we're
and
gonna
find
drop.
out
That
back.
makes me mad.
Yeah,
Okay,
so it's just
so,
So
do you need?
let me explain, because I know
You know,
some of y'all are
that's a
new and
monthly edit, and we don't
this
do
has
it.
already been counted in the machine.
That's the orange
Machine,
county?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's already been counted, okay?
So
We
then-
can't really take these off now. What we would have to do is, and it's around canvas time, you can go in the system and manually add or subtract votes. These votes are gonna have to be subtracted off of the totals. Because
Okay,
Oh.
Because it got counted in the machine, there's no way for us to take them
Wow.
off, we would have to manually take it off of canvas when y'all approve the final results.
So,
canvas.
And that'll be something that we'll have to oversee,
That'll be on the
right?
12th.
That will be something the board members oversee. when-
Yes.
yeah.
And you have to do each race.
Each race, you have to subtract each race,
Then we have to do manual edit on it.
yes.
But see, will you explain, the
And-
reason it's not valid here? Because he didn't live, if he'd have made it, what, 2 more days or
It's
something?
been 2 more days, it's been 30 days
It
before
would
the
have been,
election.
he'd have been okay.
But he's in
he-
Orange County more than 30 days before the
Yes.
election, which means his residency now is Orange County, and that's where he needs to
That's where
vote.
so the vote that he cast here 36
Was it-
days before the election has to be removed.
Removed, and then when he gets
He
his
can't vote
absentee
twice.
ballot in Orange County, they'll count that
So
over
was
there.
he one of the ones that did an annual,
No,
uh,
he just did a regular request.
and he may not have realized that he was gonna have to be.
Well,
there, so
you know,
I'm not gonna tell so much about it, cause that's,
yeah, this is private information, but what I can verify from Orange County is,
he had no
he
intention.
had
of
no,
voting
yeah,
twice.
he had no intent, he's not trying to double vote.
How can you tell that?
Verification
information
from
they
Orange
gave
County,
us,
from
and it's
information that
personal
Orange County
information.
gave, yes. I don't wanna go further into details with it, because
It's
this is
personal
live streaming, and now I don't think we'll figure out who the voters are.
No, I don't want you to do that.
Yeah.
I was just.
When I emailed Orange County and asked for every information they give me on the voter, they replied back, and then the person said, to their defense, you know, whatever, that this person
What
is really, what happened is not an attempt at double vote.
Okay, great.
So, I'll take Orange County's word for that.
Well,
So we have
and another,
verification from their.
We have verification from their office that basically says this voter is not attempting to
Okay.
vote in 2 places.
and the other good thing to be able to note here is the system worked.
Mhm.
Yes.
That we got word that.
We got something from the state, and it's not just our county, by the way, there are like 6
Right.
other counties, it's a list that they
Yeah,
say.
it's a list of names.
Yeah, because what happens is, we get
We're continuously doing our list
biannual,
maintenance.
yeah, weekly lists, monthly lists and everything, and some things, when they come in, when we get the list, we haven't had a chance to update it in our system, but we've already processed it. If I would've gotten this ballot after this has been processed, when I scanned it, the
You
system
would've
would've
seen.
said, it would've said, they're no longer, they would've given me an error message, and I would've seen that they moved out of state, and I would've automatically spoiled it. So right now, I gotta go back in the system, spoil it, put some notations on there,
Moved out of county, right?
yes,
Okay.
move that account.
Yeah. okay.
Well,
Just wanna
the
clarify.
thing says move within state.
Yeah.
Okay.
If the state does it,
And the system has all that.
yeah,
If the
if the
state
state does the moving part,
Mhm.
then it says move within state.
Right.
If we do it, if I get a thing that says, and they moved it, then I do it at our office manually, it says move within county.
Yeah,
That's how they distinguish between who did the
Who did the removal?
removal in the database.
Got it,
The state did the removal on
Okay.
this one. Yeah.
got it, okay, good.
All right, so,
okay.
moving on.
So what do we have left to do this morning?
What I'm gonna do is do a final list, go make the changes to this.
You
and-
wanna
and
run this
give y'all-
ballot through? before
That
you
needs
do
to get
your-
run through.
And then
When we run that through, we'll get a final number from the, report.
So is it okay for me to attach this to from the
Yes.
envelope?
Yeah,
We have
take
to
the-
remember-
Take the envelope out, please.
When we do
Sorry.
that tabulator, we have to subtract 1 to get our numbers from now on,
Because of this?
because of that, yes.
Yes.
Because we're gonna be 1 over because of that ballot.
Because of
We're gonna be
this.
one over on the tabulator because
tabulator.
of this ballot that we can't remove.
Is that the
until-
Orange County one?
Yeah,
This is
no.
the Orange
Yes,
County.
that's
And
right.
when does that event occur?
No, what,
That-
November 22nd?
November the 13th is canvas, but we have a meeting prior to canvas on the 12th,
Mhm.
when we do the final absentee and the provisionals.
So it'll be November 12th when we remove that 1 vote?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna remember that, are you gonna have it?
Yeah,
That's our
well-
job to do that. Your
Yeah,
job
we'll
is to
remember.
oversee what we're doing
So
when we
when we
do
say we're gonna remove a vote, everybody's going, "Eh." So you have to, remember this was the Orange County guy who
this. There's
moved
gonna be an
before.
incident report for everything that just happened here
Yeah.
in this meeting, so including this,
And
so.
then we.
And we
then
may
get
have
to
the
go
board
through
sign
everything.
off on it. Thanks.
I will,
Fine, whatever you want.
But I'm discovering,
Because you're
good
witnesses to it.
documentation for decisions is huge,
yeah.
Mhm.
especially when you're making decisions 2 weeks from now.
Well, the state and the county have lots of pages of documentation type records
Yeah.
that they fill out all the time. And so there's a system for an incident report, which is what we're reporting here today. I mean, it's all documented and it's all, information that you have, as a board member, you have access to before we certify at Canvas that the vote is complete and is accurate. And so that's an opportunity, or before, to look through files, look through the incident reports, ask how things were resolved and so forth. I mean, it's all there.
Yeah.
If that's the way the system works. But I am confused about what Amy just said. We put this ballot in, now we're gonna have one more on the tabulator, and she's saying we always have to subtract
Your
one
numbers will
from
be
now
because
on.
of that.
Your
Because of
numbers will be
this,
right
because of that,
for
because of this.
ballot.
That one's gonna have to be deducted. It's in the machine.
So every time you check numbers,
It's gonna
you're
be
gonna
one over,
right now.
one
for
vote
Tyler,
over.
Because,
Because we can't, okay, it's not this one that's the
It's not
problem.
this
No,
one.
That's not the problem,
I
it's
get
this
it.
one right here.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
Thank
We're
you.
gonna do one over until November 12th.
Yeah.
exactly.
Take this one.
We hope that's all.
We hope that's it, yeah.
Not quite. So maybe on the next log form, we can just put, if there's a, you know, if we, as these incidences come in, we have a spot to put that on.
Yeah.
Just to kind of jog all of our memories as we move forward. Cause,
I'm gonna make another suggestion, I know I shouldn't be, but I think when Steve does incident report, Pandora checks it, at the next Tuesday night, all the board members look at it, agree that that's what happened with us here today, and make sure that Mark and make sure that Mr. Ramos knows what's going on.
And
And
then-
everybody signs off on it.
At least for Tuesday night, we all will understand what happened.
Yes.
We may
Yes.
forget afterwards, but we will
Yes.
agree at the
Yeah.
time. Yeah.
He'll have that ready, by then.
yeah,
Okay. So this ballot needs to go into the machine, then you wanna run the tapes again? And then we put in the military ballots?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
The military and
What
overseas, we
tapes?
already know.
What?
Military and overseas, we already know those match, so.
What kind of tapes are you talking about running?
No tape, the report.
No,
We're
okay,
on the
report.
report. The
All right,
report
don't
that
say
y'all,
tapes, yeah.
the reports that y'all are gonna sign off
So
on.
can we start putting in the military
So
ballots
what we
now?
discovered,
You want him to hold off. don't
Yeah,
you?
let me
Till you
hold
run
off
the
on
name.
that.
All right, okay, go ahead and fix those things.
I understand that, but
All right, Don, come on over, let me.
the discrepancy was an empty,
You need assistance?
Yeah, I need one person, I wanna make sure what I'm doing
found
here.
the ballot
You
that
want me to-
went. and
Well,
we-
one of y'all doesn't
so we
have
had
Okay,
like
don't
one
you can do
more
it since y'all
envelope.
figured it out.
I thought we had one more ballot than we
Make it
had.
grab
I'll stay in here.
no.
But we discovered,
Are we ready to put the ballots back in the box?
We're gonna watch and see what he's doing. You need a board member, right?
Not for this, I don't.
Oh,
Bring
okay.
back the
Never mind.
board.
Do we need to go and put the ballots back in the box?
You can put it back in the box,
But
yeah.
we need to make sure we put them back in the right box.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna hold this envelope out, this is that one that he's putting in the machine now, until after everything is resolved.
Okay, I'm gonna run this in.
Okay.
So, Peter, I think we can put all
Oh, what
these-
about that, Dawn, that ballot?
Yeah, those
No,
two
no, no,
go.
we match those up, and we've matched.
Leave that one out, leave
Everything's-
that one out.
Everything's matched up.
So we can put it back in there?
This can all go
Yes,
back in?
yes,
Yeah.
go back.
Yeah, we matched everything out.
Now, the ones that, these are the,
I would band that together because it's what we say is to supplement the missing one. So I would put that in that same band and leave the note on it.
In this band
yeah,
here?
just
Yeah.
put,
Okay.
so Peter, the one you put through was the one that had the empty envelope?
No,
Same thing,
that was
same thing
this
with
one.
that.
No, this is the one
This
that
one you wanna do.
we pulled out of the envelope.
This is the one we won't pull out.
Right there.
This is our extra
Right,
one.
you said,
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm gonna
He
leave
may
it at
want
one.
it and
I'm
stop
gonna
in the
leave it
machine.
in.
This was the one that threw
Duplicates,
us
just
in
put them
the
back
prison.
in, put them back in, wherever.
These
they
go in
came
this
from.
box,
No,
right?
no.
Whichever bag is
These
supposed to
go
go.
down
Now, the
there.
one that's
Oh,
clean,
okay, let me leave them
needs to
alone.
go back in
Right
the
here.
these
one
ones you got
section right
back
here.
That's right.
Okay.
Thank you.
So this one,
You got all of them in here, okay.
I believe we do.
And
All right.
empty.
We need some more seals.
Okay.
Okay, we'll bring some. All right, let's go do this
Not
one.
on the list.
Check out the dump set.
So we had one that was not on the list and one that was missing, so those cancel each other out. Like this one was basically this one was the one that was
So
over,
you ran that,
and we found the envelope for it.
Yeah, so
So
band that in
now-
with the same group that you were missing
This
from.
mind-boggling.
Yes.
It
What
really
is
is.
it? Oh,
and what was about this one
somebody
that
was
wasn't on
saying
the
we
list?
think
What
we're
did we
only gonna
do?
afford
Did that one
about
go through the
Tuesday.
machine?
next Tuesday.
Yes, but then we had
Much smaller
one.
now.
Well, it wasn't on the
It
master
should be
list.
much
Right.
Yeah, so what group did you have one
We'll
missing
take
from?
it slow.
It's in
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna do the letter opener, and then somebody can check somebody can take them out, somebody can check the envelope behind the other one.
Oh, what, from now on?
Yes.
It was.
Well, it really didn't go real fast for them.
Wait, what are you saying?
We really didn't go real fast.
No.
It was just more than we ever been accustomed to having to.
Down.
You know, I mean, it was
That was
pretty
the
well.
one on
I was going as fast as I could.
Yeah.
37.
What should we do?
I kinda got slowed down. I'm gonna hold that out
You're
till
gonna
they
hold it
get done.
out.
It goes in that.
So
37.
So I'll put it back in there. I'm not gonna mess with nothing else.
76 was missing?
Yeah, 37, 76%.
You know, it looks so busy today.
Yeah,
I
so
went in and,
let's band that one in with
I was-
this.
Putting information
This
on
one?
the
Yeah, cause
meetings.
it's in
Well,
the
they're
same,
both, yeah, they're both in the
Access.
same
Yeah, but-
family,
leave the
And
note
I
on
put
it
on there
and
that,
band it in
the
so that
board
we
voted
know.
right there
To-
on top.
That's how we
the
offset the missing
large
one.
quantity of
Okay.
ballots being received that the board voted in the recess
And then
meeting
this
at
one,
9.
35,
And they
32.
will, announce, you know, to finish the work at a later
These were
date,
just
and a date and
ordinances,
time will be
yes.
announced at the end of the meeting.
Okay. The only thing is, if somebody misses the first meeting and wants to catch the
This one needs to go
the
in there,
follow-up
because this was
meeting,
the one
how
that
do they
found
find
the
out
outcome
if there is a
of.
follow-up meeting?
Okay.
I don't
Is that
know,
on there? Found anything on?
Yeah.
but we're not really required to notice the recess.
And then this one actually
Because it's
we
a
go back to
continuation of-
37.
It's already been noticed, the meeting has. Yep.
Okay, let's add that one up.
And probably the people on there, and like he
Put a
said, he
yellow
posted
sticky on that?
on Facebook and stuff.
Well, we pull it out because there's a dupe,
This-
Yeah.
this-
Aaron's
so it's, everything's in
Doing
order
all
with
of
that.
these
Yeah.
He has to do it, yes, so, and you want to pay him,
Okay,
pay him. I think we
now
can
these
pay him
are
COVID
all
funds.
3,000, so
Um,
which
it's
box
very
has
cool
3,000?
I need 31,
As many people are
And-
checking in on this
31.
process as.
Yeah, I need the
I
3100.
mean, I think he was saying,
Here we go.
you know, as many as 300 people have been checking in just to have a look at what's going on. That's great, that's more than we ever get for a technical absence.
That's true, that's true. So we starting something?
Yeah,
All right.
Thirty-one.
That means our budget is growing, right?
3,000?
Mm-hmm.
That's okay, I mean, it's people's business. I guess we're done with this, I'm just gonna stick that there.
I think that's smart.
There we
Not
go.
seal it,
Go
not
back
seal
in
it.
And our
there.
next one is 2784,
That'll be creeping up.
28.
8, 27. Yep,
Hopefully we won't need these anymore, as far as having to go back through them.
we didn't have a single
Are we still
dupe in
getting
ours.
lots of MCC reports?
There you go.
Crazy.
I think yesterday they got
Okay.
several, I think yesterday they got several.
Just
They're gonna
several, like under 10?
No, a lot.
These
So
are
these are
2,000.
2000.
More than
so
they've
these
been
all
getting.
going-
Pardon?
All going
More
down.
than they've been
Yeah.
getting in
So how do
prior
I
days.
simply articulate how we found that one over ballot and reconcile it, because someone asked me? What do I say, if we found an empty envelope?
We found an empty envelope that matched the same numbers.
So now we have equal numbers of envelopes, and
Yes.
if we fed a ballot in the machine, well, we had more envelopes than we had one more envelope than we had
We had,
ballots?
we had removed an envelope from the envelope list, but we had a ballot for that. Okay, so that balance is out, right? When we add that envelope back in the list.
You didn't add an envelope, you put a ballot through the machine.
Well, we had an empty envelope, but we already had a ballot, so we added that empty envelope back on the list.
That empty, so the empty
Now-
envelope for us got added back onto this list.
Right, now, we have a ballot that wasn't run, but we already had the envelope. So once I run that ballot in, now those two numbers match again.
Oh, so you added an envelope and a ballot?
Well, we added that envelope, we added the ballot that we hadn't run yet.
We were, yeah,
We haven't necessarily matched every unique ballot to every unique envelope.
No,
And that's because we think what happened is that some people put a couple of ballots in one envelope, and other people may have mailed in an envelope with no ballot. It's,
Oh, you found the ballot, but we have one extra ballot, so we had to add an extra envelope. It was the empty
and
envelope,
that was the empty envelope.
that was the empty envelope.
and that reconciled the
That
number?
reconciled it.
So that was the envelope that you found when you were sitting here the other Tuesday night, said, here's an envelope, a ballot
Yeah,
in an envelope.
okay.
Yes.
And we found a ballot in the trash can over there, folded in some other,
Yeah.
direction papers, so
Yeah.
we discovered two ballots.
And that one got put in the tabulator.
Yeah,
So now we found the ballot that was missing from the envelope that had been accounted for, and we found the envelope that was missing from the extra ballot. So that's how those two got cleaned up. And now we have a ballot that is being, or an envelope that is being removed, and we will remove the vote during the canvass period.
Yeah, that's the orange thing.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do is, after Steve writes it up, just get a statement from him. That's all I got, because I
Yeah,
can't never explain all this to somebody and get them to understand. You know
Somebody's
what I'm
gonna
saying?
come and say, tell me what you did.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be,
You're gonna have to.
it's gonna be
answer
3
for
weeks
it,
from now.
And you could say, and hopefully he'll have that written up, and you can just, he'll send it to the board, and if anybody asks you, you'll have an explanation.
Well, so here it is, read it.
Yeah.
Because if we, man, there's no way I could.
And the more you talk
It's
about
better
it,
to
the more
be
confusing
ready
it gets. I
than
mean,
to have to
you know,
come
you're
up
trying to
with it on the
reason.
spot.
And you
Trying to
seem
reason
to
it.
understand, so you need the proof with, so yes, so it's understandable to you,
Okay.
Peter?
It sounds like we
And
just need
then,
some education on how to vote.
Cause you seem to
Well,
have your finger on the
it's
pulse
hard to
of what
remember
happened.
the
Yeah.
details of what we're doing, but I think if we're in this room satisfied today, that's good. And,
Yeah.
and if you can't remember 3 weeks from now, I won't be able to remember tomorrow, exactly how we figured it all out today, but that's okay, as long as it's documented and Steve
And
is
it's,
gonna
and it's
document
done,
it.
and if you saw it happen,
And we were satisfied, so
Yeah.
we can let it go.
that's one thing here, that we try to be transparent.
Oh, this was a good exercise.
With
It shows
everything.
we came, we did, what is this, discovery?
Yes.
And now we have an analysis and results. So this is,
Yeah.
this was actually okay.
Yeah. On the surface, we were one ballot short to start with. We found one in the trash can, we found one in an envelope. That
Yeah.
made us one ballot over,
Yes.
but then we had to re-add the empty envelope. That made us even.
I got it. So we found 2 ballots, we had an empty envelope off to the side, and we were one over, and we're perfect.
Yeah.
And then later on, we're gonna do the Orange County thing.
Yeah, we're
But
still
that's
be one
separate
over.
from
Yeah,
what-
that really is, wait until the 12th to worry about that.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
You have the documentation for it, but it's not gonna
Yes.
matter until the 12th.
yes.
Hmm.
So I feel
Wow,
real
I
good
feel
about
good
it.
about this, and
Yeah.
y'all should too. This is a
Yeah.
good exercise.
We've
It
we've
is.
had things like this happen before,
Well,
Yes.
and we've always had to figure it out.
you went for 4,000 data points.
Hmm?
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
So-
Actually 8, when you start looking at the envelopes too, right?
That's right. 8,000 data points.
it was actually 4,300
24 to start
yes.
with.
So this is
Almost
actually
9,000.
pretty, being one off,
Yeah,
Yes.
it's not too shabby.
No, it's not.
that's a lot
But
of
I know
paper.
it's a big deal, but being one off and 4,000.
Yeah,
Yes.
but that's, I mean, you know.
It's entirely
serious-
standard, I mean, this kind of stuff does happen.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be surprised.
And when you're messing with that many, and I can only imagine in large counties, I mean, larger counties, Wake County, Mecklenburg County.
Could you imagine going through
Forsyth
100,000?
County, I mean, that's a lot.
Yeah, but do they have like 6 times the staff
They
or 10
probably
times the
do,
staff?
yes, yes. And then, see, that's another thing, you have, the more people you have dealing with it too, sometimes.
Yeah.
Make it harder.
Especially, yeah, when you have a lot of temps.
Mhm.
But you have to get through it, you have to do something to get through it.
Come out to 3.
Steve will be back with the list.
And then we'll,
So originally, I think if you went back to 1788, 89 in the Constitution, the people who could vote were men, property owners. If you didn't own property, you couldn't vote.
Mhm.
And the reason for that is if you owned property, you had a stake in the outcome. Okay, in the
Now all
outcome
do.
of it and how the country ran. And then that changed to, somewhere along the line, changed to non-profit. You didn't have to own property, but you had to be a man. And that happened later.
And then we had suffrage.
But not till 1921.
Yeah, it'd be a white man, yeah, it'd be a white man.
Yeah.
yes.
But anyway.
It has been a long road for everybody to get the vote.
Equal rights for every person.
That's right.
Well, we had to fight a war for black people to be able to vote. And I think.
Well,
Civil
to
War.
start, wasn't it?
Oh, you're welcome.
You know how many white men died in the
One out
Union
of
Army?
5 or something.
I think it's almost 400,000 to give black people the right to vote, and most of them were white men who died. Confederacy lost a little bit less than that.
Almost 12. She got her braces off yesterday.
It's almost
I
half a
know
million.
I know she feels
She's
real
done.
good.
Yes.
Well,
They were
Go-
slaughtering
good
each
for
other.
Oh, they look great.
Go up
Yeah.
and, up in
She's
the
like, I don't
battlefield
remember
up
my
at
teeth being this long.
Gettysburg.
I've been there.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what's even, it took 4 years to kill 400,000.
Should have never come to that.
No, it shouldn't have.
You know how in Rwanda, it was 800 or 900,000 in 3 months.
Yeah.
On your
Yeah.
phone?
That's a
Well,
lot of
we've just
killing.
gotten more efficient
Yeah,
now.
Princess of
Now, they were
Testament.
doing it with machetes,
Princess of Testament.
and I guess guns.
Lots of prayers.
But that's 3 months, man.
Mhm.
3 months, almost a million people. It's hard to kill. It was, and that was Hutus versus Tutsis,
Yeah.
because they weren't from their tribe.
Yeah, tribalism, yeah.
Yes.
It was bigotry and racism all put together.
Still happening, ain't it? Sad.
I see, human
You have a
beings.
lot of that in the Middle
That
East.
time for his campaign.
Look, what we just
Be
did,
in quarantine for
settling
10
our
days right
differences
now.
and not doing it over a gun barrel,
Mm.
is highly unusual. Just go to Syria and see,
Mhm.
and Rwanda, and Libya, and Yemen.
Are we done with this?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't think we need to.
I'm gonna put them in this box over here. The box that we're not gonna get rid of.
Nope. We're written down all ballot materials for discard, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, what's that right there?
So the destroyed
So
bill that
what
will
are
be
we
ordered
waiting, do we need to
September
be
20.
processing anything,
I
We
think
need
we're
to do
just
the
gonna wait till he
military
gets
when they
back.
come back.
or? We're waiting for them to come back.
Yes.
Okay.
We wanna
So-
put that envelope back in with the
This
others.
is
Oh,
one of
that's
the
cute.
programs we're doing this fall.
Let me see.
We're carving ceramic pumpkin.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm gonna bring a few in to the office.
Have y'all started?
No, we're throwing them, and then people will be coming on the 18th to carve.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey,
Yes, for our 31
You know,
days of Halloween programming.
well, we don't get to enjoy October too much.
You know, I enjoyed it a little bit more
My
now that
birth month, yeah.
now that I'm not working at the elections.
Yeah,
office.
that's true, that's true.
And this year I'll be here as much as I would have done otherwise.
Yeah, that's right.
Pandora and I share the same birthday, Frank.
Oh, yeah?
What's all right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And Chance's birthday, the same day as my wedding anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
And so his mom, I was telling him, I said, my mom told me that she went 2 weeks over with me, so I was supposed to have been born on the 28th.
Mhm.
So he said that he went home and he was telling his mom that, and she said, well, you were supposed to be born on the 4th of October. I said, so how, you know, how
Yeah.
interesting is that?
True.
I don't know. And then I think Madeline and, who has the same birthday? Is it Steve or Gary?
No, so, Carla and Donald have the same birthday.
Yeah.
And do Madeline and Steve have the same birthday?
I don't know if their birthdays are the same, seem like they're close together, February.
Yeah, because Madeline's is the 28th, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think Steve's is in February, if I'm not mistaken.
Steve will be probably spending February, March, and April on his comp time in Greece, is my guess.
If everything is calmed down, I hope so.
Yes.
I'm not getting on a plane until I get a vaccine.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Hey, somebody looking for me?
Well, you never did come back, and I don't know how important this is, so I thought I would bring this down. Marty.
Oh, it's about the signs, let me call him.
How you doing, Miss Madeline?
How's everybody?
Good.
He probably sent me an email to look at the signs to see if that's what we wanted. So, see what he got, cause he's gotta get those too before the building starts.
And how's your grandson?
It's doing good.
You still getting them on Mondays or
No, not anymore.
not anymore?
He hasn't been inside our house since March.
Oh, wow.
I mean, they come over most weekends and we play outside. We have a carport that's got a good covering on it and stuff,
Mhm.
but it's not like it once was.
Yeah.
He just turned 3,
That's what I thought, yeah.
so we can have conversations of a sort.
It's true, like, it's weird. You kinda
Yeah.
like, all of a sudden you go from actually, yeah, to talking.
Yeah, my granddaughter turned 7 on Sunday, so.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, I'm
That's
sure
when my
she's a
daughter
big
turned
talker.
15. Are they around here or are they?
Southern California.
Oh, my goodness.
Near the fires.
Not too close, south of LA on the
They're
coast,
noticing the
so,
smoke.
yeah, yeah. She's actually attending school in person one day a week, so.
One
wow.
day a week. Boy, what's that like?
She goes to, Chinese school.
Meaning she's being instructed in Chinese?
Yeah,
Wow.
her mom is, Taiwanese,
Okay.
and so grandma and her mom talk to her in Chinese,
Wow.
Cantonese. And, so
So
she's trilingual at this point,
What's her other language?
Spanish. Yeah, Southern California, so.
Wow.
She started off going to a Spanish kindergarten.
Uh-huh. So she picked up 5-year-old Spanish. Good for her, wow, nice.
She still won't talk to me in Spanish, though. I'm not the one who's supposed to speak Spanish.
Are you fluent in Spanish?
Not fluent, but I've
But
worked in
You can hold your
Mexico.
own with your.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I grew up in Southern California and
Oh,
was
okay.
taught it by the nuns, and then I worked in Mexico City for a long time.
Oh, really?
And, did
In
some
election stuff?
work. No, back then I was in banking.
Oh, okay.
Did election stuff in Spain.
Oh, okay.
So,
Wow.
yeah.
With ES&S?
Yeah.
Huh, I didn't know they were an international.
Yeah, I was their international, technical support guy.
Oh, okay.
So, Mongolia, Spain, France, Britain,
Wow.
Philippines, Colombia, Ecuador.
Wow.
We tried, Costa Rica, but we didn't get the contract there.
So would you go and live there for a couple months or?
Yeah, most of the time it was a couple weeks at a time. The Philippines, it was 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I came back once during that 6 months. But I went to Mongolia twice in the winter and once in the summer, so.
I always wanted to go to Mongolia.
Ulaanbaatar is the capital.
What's the name of it?
Ulaanbaatar.
Ulaanbaatar.
No.
It's in a big valley.
Real smoggy, right?
Oh, in the winter, they burn coal and they don't have scrubbers.
Yeah,
And it's terrible, the acid in the air.
yeah, yeah.
But it's an interesting country.
I've always loved the pictures, the big sort of grasslands.
Yeah, yeah.
Very
Pretty
You
impressive.
go- I went out and held one of their
Pandora,
eagles that they use
Should you
for.
go return
bounty.
phone call?
Uh-huh.
Right.
and I'll be here for this or what?
Man, you get that bird on your arm,
Okay.
it's hard.
No, actually, she should be.
The big bird.
Hmm?
Big bird.
Big bird, yeah.
When you're in the Philippines,
Did you get a count on the machines?
Mostly in Manila. There were a couple times where we went out of Manila.
did you
Right.
get to Corregidor?
No, no.
Always wanted to go there before I die.
Yeah, we did not. At the time we were over there, they had an assassination of one of the political candidates and his entourage. So we had a bodyguard with us all the time.
So that bay is supposed to be one of the best natural harbors in Asia, is that true? It's a huge body of water. And
It's
it's
enormous, yeah.
It's like 20 miles across, or, can you see Cricket over there, or is it
So it started
outside?
at 8, 11, 30, 30,
You can't see anything across the water,
Okay.
really.
And that's close to, I mean,
No
you come,
problem.
it's a big body
Let's
of
get all the
water.
board members to verify the numbers on these machines.
Yeah.
First of all, do we have a total of all 3 machines right now? What is the
We'll
total?
get it right now, hold on a
Okay.
second.
So 1136.
11:36,
4233. I had it.
I know it
Okay,
is,
everyone.
I know it is, but I want to make sure. the
No, I
board
went down.
verified. I
Okay,
need all
good.
board members to look at the numbers on the machines that are here, and then when we add them up, we need to verify what the number is.
Get out of the way.
and then we put a ballot in this machine right here, so you need to sign on that one.
Yeah.
The little
So
receipt
this
will
should
tell
say
you.
1689, we're doing all 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Don't
and, but we
miss-
only put a ballot in that
I
one.
don't remember.
Yeah, sign on that one, 10,
So should I date this,
yeah,
October 1?
second, October 2nd.
Pardon me?
So I have 4233, is what we should have.
Mhm.
I have a report that says 4233 on it.
Okay.
And I have the stroke lady back on.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so we're good.
Well,
Yes.
Yeah, we're gonna,
Except for one count.
that's
So-
not gonna happen till, that's not gonna
No,
happen till.
exactly.
But did we add them all up and are y'all getting
Well,
42?
You want me to put ballot start, the number?
No,
that-
it's already been done.
Yeah.
Or you're looking at this number here. I mean, yeah, sure, you can do it, but
Yeah.
we're not gonna,
And
we're not
those
gonna
haven't,
use this.
Those 2 have not been
those have
used, it's
not
only
been
that
used.
machine that
Only
got
that
used.
machine up there, need to
These
sign.
two, we're
Third
just
one down is
verifying that they're the same
Can I
numbers.
put 1689 right here?
If you want to.
Because I'm signing a blank space.
What I wanna make sure is all of y'all add all 3 machines and get the total number.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know.
There we go, scrap paper.
Yes.
So what's the number on the first machine?
1689,
Okay,
Second machine,
1408.
third machine?
1136.
Okay.
Wait a minute, Amy. Let's take a look at this.
4233.
All right,
Perfect.
perfect. The
That's
report
right,
says
1408.
4233.
Yeah, but it's in the wrong, it's
The sheet
start.
y'all are
Oh,
gonna
I
send
wrote
says
that there, so just put it
4233
right
on
there,
there.
that's fine.
And
What's
that
the
Miss
end?
Stroke lady that we
No, there
originally
shouldn't be
took
an
off
end because
is now back
nothing was
on.
put in here
The
yet.
one with the blank envelope,
Okay,
her ballot's in there, so it really isn't a blank
So
envelope.
Amy, I'll
Okay.
put line
She's
through
been
yours and
accepted and
put
she's back on the
FD.
list.
That's
Okay.
fine.
That's what I want the board to see.
okay,
We're good to go.
we're good
Then
to
we'll do the
go.
military, we'll run the military and overseas.
Okay,
And then, but because of that Orange County ballot that's no longer counted, we're gonna be subtracting 1 off of that.
So we'll be 1 over.
Because I want to count.
And where did the one over,
We won't do that.
where was the one over
Won't do
fed?
that
Was
till
it this
Kansas.
one? That one?
No, we don't know.
Wait.
Where did you feed that ballot today?
The ballot today was fed in that one, so that number should be 1 higher than it was when we started.
Because the ballot's been fed in these machines, but we pulled the ballot out. That's why
So this is 1135, 1136?
Yes.
Because there's one, and that's what I need to sign?
Yes.
Yes.
so so before we get to the military and overseas, there's been 4,233 ballots that have been fed in these machines. So those numbers match. However, we pulled 1 ballot out of those 4,233 because it's the Orange County one that fell over there. And that'll be, we'll subtract stuff off on canvas.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So even though those numbers say we're always gonna be off by 1 because we took a ballot out for that.
so in fact, there is one more ballot
1
on our
less ballot.
tabulator. There's one more ballot on our
The
tabulator.
numbers are
Yeah,
1 more,
one more on the
yeah, 1 more on the
tabulator, yes.
tabulator.
Than what we have in ballots.
That's correct.
Right.
Right,
Yes.
so 4233 actual, or 42, yeah,
4233.
4233, we actually have 4232 ballots that were,
That are in these boxes.
That are in the boxes.
Yes.
Yes.
Right.
got it.
Should we put a little note here, 1135, 1136, say 1 ballot added, it was a ballot that was found?
It'll be on the incident report and everything.
You don't want me, because someone's gonna look here and say, ooh, What happened here?
They're gonna say somebody added a ballot in.
Yes.
That's what we did. We just put a ballot in. We're gonna now put a whole bunch more
We're
ballots.
gonna now put the military and overseas. But before we put the military and overseas, is everybody in, we have 4,233.
Right.
Here's the report.
Yes.
Rank, here's the report. Wayne the ours is 4,233 total, okay? Here is the Janet Stroke that we originally took off that said, remember when Lori said it wasn't, but we found the ballot.
Right.
So she's now accepted on here, so she's
Okay.
on the report, okay? So this is what y'all are gonna be signing from the board on Tuesday, saying there was 4,233 ballots accepted for the 29th meeting.
Mm-hmm.
73 of those are cured, which, that's another mess that they,
Right.
and then one that y'all made a decision on, which was the signature one with the,
Right.
okay?
Okay. So we're not gonna deal with this until.
Until the board meeting, we can explain to Mr. Ramos and,
Right.
exactly.
Okay.
Before we move on to military and overseas, everybody's in understanding when I explain this, they might,
Yes.
okay? Are you understanding?
My arithmetic's not adding up. Let me make sure I'm making this. It should be
4,233 is what it
So,
should be.
17, 18, no, 23, it's 23, 10, 3, oh, it was my error, it's 33.
Do we wanna remove that ballot, the single ballot that just went into that
Yes, we
machine?
will, we will put them on.
Yes.
What we're gonna do now is after we figured everything out, we're gonna make a bag that says 929 absentee board meeting.
Okay, put
And
'em
all
all
the ballots are
together.
gonna go in one bag if we can fit it. If we can't, we'll fit it in 2 bags.
Okay.
Okay.
Every board meeting, we'll be doing that
Okay.
in the bags, okay?
Okay, so where are we gonna put the military and?
You choose a machine, it doesn't matter.
All
You
right.
can
That one's already loaded up.
Those have already been added up and y'all have already signed and approved those in the last meeting. I just put them in here because I wanted to make sure.
Right.
But we wanna take that ballot out before
Yes.
I'm gonna
Yes.
take this
adding
ballot
new
out.
ones in.
Yeah,
Okay.
go ahead. You have a,
Oh,
I have my keys. Don, is all those my keys or yours?
These are mine.
Okay, so you
Okay.
do you have a,
this one goes.
you don't have a yellow lock thing on there, do you? Oh, can you hand me those over there, Mr. Dunn?
Now, what, you added that to that, and that is what? Is that,
That's the ballot we added in,
Today.
but now we've just cleaned out the bottom
it's
box.
empty,
It's empty, so we could add these.
so that has 4,233 ballots in that bag?
No,
Well,
all these bags.
All 3 of these bags
Yeah.
would be. will
They're
have that
gonna
number.
be combined, and this is from 929, because we're still on 929.
All right. Military.
Okay.
There should be 11 military.
Frank, you wanna watch me do this?
11 military.
Yes. So right now, we are at 1136.
Want to have the overseas on another machine?
Yeah, let's do it.
Mine.
Overseas should be 41.
Just, any of these is fine.
Any of those machines will be fine.
Yeah.
Now, she's feeding the overseas in that machine.
It hasn't been started up, has it?
Yeah, it should have been.
Oh, it says open post.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not started up yet.
Did you open the second one?
No.
None of them were open? Oh, okay.
No, that's the only one.
Been any questions? Have there been any questions or comments? For people that have there been any questions or
Any
comments
questions?
for people that are reviewing this?
No, not yet. What I'm seeing, a lot of people probably still at work, you get a lot of you during lunch and then later on this evening as well, so. But a couple of people I talked to outside said that they check in intermittently while they're, so people appreciate it.
So if we have,
So you should have to turn down, it gets the pickup roller easier.
let's see.
Turn over.
That's 4244 plus 41. 5, 8,
Yes, this should be the last one.
4223 plus 11, what's this right here, 41?
Okay, so we were at,
Here it is.
we were at 11:36 and now we're at 11:47, so that would be 11. So, let's go ahead and say 10, 12.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're done with military.
You wanna write,
Sure.
document
So 10 and 2.
Do a sticky note for everything.
I know, but I'm writing that this is
it?
military.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
Okay,
Because you're gonna keep,
we started off with
Let's take a look.
11:36.
Sticky note on there.
We were ending
here you go.
at 47.
I got it, I'll do that.
So, go ahead and,
She's writing on there.
I'll let you, I'll let you see.
go ahead and sign.
Let's do that.
Steve, you gonna put this paperwork here with the report?
Yes. Yeah, everything's over here.
Well, were you in any of these places long enough to, like, rent a house, or were you just living in hotels all the time?
Hotels, yes.
Hotels. Were you able to take your family, or were you always on your own?
When I went to France, I took my wife a couple times.
Matt's gonna scan before we leave.
I didn't really want to take her to some of the third world countries.
Yeah, if you were needing security, I could see that.
Here, let me feed this in so you can go ahead and sign off on that one.
Okay.
Okay?
So what are these?
These are the overseas ones.
These are civilian overseas?
Lori needs
Yeah.
to sign that.
Yeah. You get the tapes down, we're expecting the tapes.
Oh, there are two of them there.
You get the tapes down.
Let's just,
Yeah,
we
so
can
it'll
take
take
it out,
I mean, you wanna keep,
just keep a running total or a running tape.
you wanna keep this with the.
That goes with every meeting, yeah.
Okay.
You want to take the tape and staple
I
it?
think we should do
Okay,
that.
let's do that then, let's just take the tape after we're done.
And that way we keep every meeting separate.
Sounds good to me. And those will all go with the reports,
My
the
uncle
board
wants
has
to go back
signed
to
and approved.
Ecuador.
Yes.
I liked Ecuador.
I've always wanted to go to the Galapagos.
Yeah, I didn't get down to the coast at all. I was in Quito the whole time.
But I've heard from several folks that Ecuador is the place
And
to
then
go.
we'll put these together. You think you can fit?
My daughter
It
was
is
there
the
for a
rose
year in high
capital of the
school.
world.
That's right, she was, wasn't she?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Rose
Good guy.
capital.
She still stays in
Yeah.
touch with her
Maybe
family.
They
they
there.
export
They're
roses.
very
Fit 'em in one bag?
extended
Everything in
family.
one
In
bag?
fact, her mom has claimed that she's a
We didn't keep
grandmother,
that.
thanks to
We
Sarah.
got a hand truck.
I say, let's try to put them, we don't have now. I'd like
In
to
the
keep 'em.
airport, you
Yeah,
can
I
buy
think
them
that's fine.
fresh off
You
the
do it.
farm,
Oh, wow.
Now,
hand carry them
if we
home.
hadn't straightened them out.
to your spouse.
Yeah, but now that it's straight out, I'll be able to.
Roses.
Okay.
Roses,
How do you keep them from spoiling? How do they put it in
Oh,
water?
no, they're just that fresh.
Oh, wow.
If you're flying to the States, that's like, what, 6-hour flight? They do it.
Yeah, yeah.
Would've been nice if we didn't have that one that we keep taking off, but.
Well, we don't have to take it off till the very end, we just keep it,
Where's the
just
connection?
so like it's in there. We don't have to take it off until after the election.
It's gonna be there
Running total.
together.
Let's just keep a running total.
yeah, there may be more of these.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't say that.
But that really helped having these ordered today.
Yeah, Omaha
It did, it
to
did. I'm sure it took a while
Atlanta.
to get them all in order.
Oh, my
It was
goodness.
very helpful,
I'm
very
surprised you
fast.
didn't do Omaha to DFW.
No, I tend to Quito
Oh, man,
almost
wait a minute.
all,
I got a board meeting
We're out of,
Tuesday, you don't have to do
Atlanta.
class with Chance. Well, no, is Chance gonna be here for the board meeting? No, he won't.
Yeah,
It had to be.
yeah.
Oh, she's monitoring,
My mom went to UNL, so.
no, cause he
Okay.
wasn't monitoring it over here before.
Yeah.
yeah, we lived in Omaha for 32 years.
As long as Aaron
Oh,
can be
wow.
here.
Yeah, Aaron has to be here, he's gonna be, gets his support, he's here until
No Warren Buffett?
until after the election. So, yeah, he-
I don't
so
love
we don't
him.
need Chance to, he'll probably help you, I won't be able to do
No.
that.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
lived
there's-
Well,
down
board
in
meeting
an
starts
old,
at 5, I might be able to be done by 6, if we don't have that many.
section
400?
in,
We're not gonna be
just
done
an
by
everyday
6.
church in town.
I think it's gonna be-
Well, remember, we have a
I
letter
think-
opener it's pretty fast opening them
Yeah,
up, so.
I think it's gonna be 1,500 or 2,000.
You think so?
Really?
That's what my guess is.
Really?
Okay, well, you're right, we do have the weekend.
Lot of soups off the rack. You
All right,
don't
well,
have
we'll
any
see.
handmade or anything.
Well, I'll send Chance over there with you, that way we got somebody,
Yeah,
you
Sam
can't do it
Walton.
myself, that's gonna monitor these computers.
Mhm.
And
Just
then if I
computer
got,
training?
yeah, If I got time, I'll swing by after, if we get done.
Down a little rock away.
And you get the better end of the stick, cause you go here until 9,
Crystal,
you done at 8.
That,
I'll come by here just
Yeah,
to be here.
Yeah, you can come help us.
I keep getting the short end of the stick here on these things, what's going on?
Pull it
I
out
woke
just a
up this
little
morning,
bit
it was
so that.
3:30, and I'm like,
yeah, I see.
because I knew I had a lot of stuff to do, but I couldn't get my body to do anything. He's like, nope, you need a couple more hours. Yeah. Even Grayson, because he's sitting right next to me, just looks up and like, what are you doing?
Yeah, Cody he started about 1 o'clock this morning.
Grayson's made a bad habit of going right
Somehow
next
I
to me,
always
just
got
sleeping
stuff going to the
right on
northern
my side.
spot
Now, he
in
never
the
used to,
middle
he
of
could
winter.
move away, right now he's literally right, to the side all the time.
Norway is
And
fun, but it gets cold in the
I
winter.
think he's,
Lori, you still
My
got
father-in-law
tomatoes
did
or
a,
you free?
no, they're gone.
my dad's
Computer
in,
Yeah.
project up there.
Yeah.
but they'll start
During
dying
winter.
out.
That windstorm,
Tom-
that
so
So I
windstorm.
never
out
make
there.
it
Cross
through
country
middle of
skiing.
August, or so they all get diseases, foliar diseases and
Oh,
things
yeah,
kinds.
yeah.
Yeah, what is it why is it when it starts rotting on the bottom of the tomato? Is that what that
Loss
is?
of enrod,
Loss
it's
of
a
enrod.
it's a
What
calcium
What
problem.
causes that?
Calcium.
It's a calcium
Calcium.
deficiency.
Okay.
And it often appears right after a big rain.
Yeah.
So how do you fix
I
that?
don't-
Is there a way
yeah,
to fix that? There really isn't?
Don't some people sprinkle?
Right, yeah, I put calcium in the soil.
You do?
I do
Because
calcium.
my dad's,
carbonate.
most of his tomatoes got that when he couldn't figure out what was going
Yeah,
on.
calcium carbonate.
Yeah,
Okay.
if he lined his garden this fall,
Yeah.
I've done a
he
lot
might be in
of
better shape for next year.
reading
Okay, I'll
about.
tell him that.
You know what, we always, we
And
always
Christian
got
Band
hornworms
is-
terribly, but this year we didn't get any, but.
I didn't see any hornworms at all.
We haven't got
Not a
any.
one.
Garrison.
There weren't many bugs of any kind
Yeah,
this year,
I know, we
even the
didn't-
ticks were down.
Ticks, we didn't get Japanese beetles.
Yeah, right,
But when you got
exactly.
a lot of
Finally,
flooding,
it was Wainwright.
it's
It was
hard for
like a
them to.
command years ago.
We've got a lot of fire ants this
Yeah.
year.
Oh my God,
Fire ants can survive. Have you seen fire ants float?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
After
We've got
hurricanes, they make
mounds
their,
like
they make their
this.
whole thing.
That was
Yeah,
the
it's-
only
it
place,
is.
Fire ants are the worst they've ever
1942,
been this year.
Now, because I finally went to my brother's like a couple of weeks ago. I
So if
haven't been to my
you go to
brother's,
the
to see the baby and all. The
American
kid's huge
cemetery
too.
up there,
Um,
they have a monument.
But,
to
he
all
showed
the-
me the
missing.
flowers and they're
This is
like
in.
taller than I am and they're all
Yeah, all
the prettiest
missing.
can be. He's like,
Who
"Where was
still
it?
are
Where'd you get
missing
these
because
from?"
they
I said,
come in and they
"Whatever."
remove a
He
name
said,
once they
I've been
find
buying crap from Lowe's and nothing grows and you give me
All right,
this stuff
we're at
here and it's like
17:30.
beautiful. He's like, well, you're giving me that stuff from now on. And I'm like,
It's just a great variety, no question.
yes, ma'am.
41.
Okay. Okay. Tell them to go to Pandora first, and then we're almost done.
All right, sign off.
Okay.
Sign off.
And what we need to do is add them all up again and make sure we match the numbers that we.
Yeah. So add those
Alright.
numbers up again.
So, 11:47. 17:30. And then what are those numbers?
The
Double.
one at the end here is 1730.
Right, and the one in the middle?
1408.
Do the same.
Oh, yeah.
Eight. Eight plus 4285.
And that's what I have. Okay, so what I want to do is put a sticky note up on the wall that says 4285. Because that's what we need, actually, when we start our board meeting on Tuesday, we're gonna check the numbers on the machines again to make sure they match. But it should all total out to 4285.
Okay, so this is 20,
So,
final
we have
number.
4,285 absentee ballots that got approved for the 29th meeting. Split up between 3 machines. So when we start off on Tuesday, when we open up these machines, y'all need to verify the numbers on there and verify that total, and then we start our meeting.
Okay, are we basically recessing our meeting one more time for the last Tuesday's meeting?
Yes.
So we're gonna
Does that
complete
make
that
sense?
meeting as our
Yes.
first order of business
Yes.
by signing this,
Okay.
and then we will begin our next absentee. Got it, okay.
And by that time, I'll
So
have the
don't-
incident report.
There's the
Hopefully
numbers on the
written down.
machines.
I put down notes, that's what me and Dawn were doing, put down notes.
CID, military
And
overseas.
then if If I don't have the incident report completely done, I can at least explain to the board, the two members that won't hear what's going on.
Great.
And if I need to get, I wanna get into as much detail as I can when I do the incident report, and I want Pandora and Don to look at it before I give it to y'all.
We ready to shut these down?
Good.
Yeah,
Okay.
take,
All right, so we're done, right?
Is
we're gonna take
it?
that.
No, you'll sign on the Tuesday's meeting when we have a list on here, all 5 board members.
Okay,
Okay.
You
We'll
guys
have
be
a
able to be
list.
here Tuesday at 5?
Yes.
let's take that.
You've already approved the military and overseas, so those have already been signed and approved. So the list that you're signing here is the 4,233 civilian ones that we just approved.
No, we didn't put Dave.
Okay.
Wait a minute, I got 4285.
That's
No, no,
everything,
that's
that includes
everything.
military and overseas.
So the 4233
It's
is
just the civilian ones.
And, Steve Marks.
civilian on October 22?
Go on.
October 2.
These
Yes.
overseas.
Well, but what you're approving is not October 2, it's the September 29th absentees is what you're approving. It just took us until the 2nd to get it done.
Yeah, we're doing damage control.
Yes.
So what's this 4285? That's
It
civilian?
includes civilian, military, and overseas, all the ballots, basically. All the absentee ballots.
And this is September 29?
Yes, the September 29th meeting.
Okay, gotcha.
This is my election jury.
Okay. When y'all come in Tuesday, you will be approving ballots that have come in as of Tuesday, the 30th, all the way until Monday,
Yes.
5th, yeah, at 5 p.m.
All right, here's overseas.
Okay?
So
They all
Tuesday-
go, yeah.
Okay.
We're signing off, this will be civilians. And does that say,
Yeah, this is, see the report, 4,233.
okay, so are we gonna have a separate one for the 4285?
You've already signed those. You
We
signed those
we
at
signed
the,
those all separate.
remember when y'all
Oh,
transcribed them, you signed
yeah.
those over there. Those are okay.
Okay,
This is the one.
already signed.
Yes.
So Steve, it took a week, but my husband's ballot did come in.
Oh, you did? I don't know what's going on with it. And the problem I'm having right now is people are calling asking for another ballot.
Because they're
And
worried.
because they
that the
haven't
first
gotten
ballot-
it, and then if I do that and I spoil it, then they get their ballot, and I'm like, well, I'm sorry, you have to wait for the second one, because once I spoil it, that's it.
Right.
And they get upset. So now what I'm telling them is, even though the post office says 7 to 10 days, I'm telling people, wait 2 weeks. If you haven't gotten your ballot by 2 weeks, then contact us.
Well, the closer we get to an election, the
Yeah,
less
but I said, but I don't know what's
acceptable
going
that
on
is.
with the post office.
Yeah.
One lady tracked it, and she said it went from here to Greensboro,
Right.
to Raleigh, back to Greensboro, then here.
I noticed
That-
some of
I
that.
don't understand why
I noticed
that-
some of the ballot envelopes
Yes,
had
sir.
Raleigh on them.
We're done,
Yeah, so we're officially recessed.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
Yeah, let's just
Yeah.
go turn it off.
Do you want to say you're officially
Hey,
recessed?
everybody, we're officially recessed until next Tuesday at 5 o'clock. We're gonna start that meeting by finishing up this absentee meeting that started this last Tuesday. We're gonna review all the materials, we have a few forms to sign, and we're gonna inform the board members that weren't able to be here, and then we will start the next absentee meeting with the new set of ballots that have come in this last room. And now the meeting's adjourned.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.